How's it going, everybody? I'm Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back. Oh, man, hold on. Whoa, it looped. I didn't think that one was looping. But anyways, we're back. Hi, how's it going, everybody? I'm Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and it looks like we're only joined by one player today, but that's a lie. We're joined by 3 of our players today. Cole, again, will be jumping in a little bit later, but no face cam for Dane today. But we are here to congratulate Max. Reason he's not here today, he just had a baby, so congrats to him. It's very exciting. Good stuff. But yeah, we're here to just continue progressing through this dungeon and hopefully not dying. Yeah, let's go ahead and have our players introduce themselves, starting with Dane.
Hey everyone, my name is Dane, or Forge here at Fantasy Forge Studios. I play the character Mistletoe Yuki. She is a silver draken from the city of Flamongolith, which is in the northern part of Everlast. She is a bard class, however, she is a DPS bard. So she uses 2 broadswords. She is a blade dancer is technically what her class is, and yeah, she's ready to slice and dice the competition with her broadswords. So she's pretty cool. She's again on a little bit of a faith journey. She's trying to find herself. And yeah, so far so good. She got a Refinium broadsword and a Ashalanthil Refinium broadsword last time.
I forgot about that.
She's pretty happy about that.
Forgot that there was a looting. Belbin's got new boots too.
Yep. And they're made for walking. He just needs to have a hat now. And then he'll be good.
Belvin, what's your speed now because of that? What, 65, 70?
Let me check. I think it's 65. Yeah, it's 65.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, that's Yuki. So she's ready to use it. I'm assuming we're going to have to use it at some point soon. So it should be good.
Do you have the ability to be able to use those? Do you have the heroic proficiency?
Yep. With broadswords, yep.
There you go. So you can just
maxed out.
Start using it right away. That's cool.
And it's great because what is it? Specifically for this broadsword, it is a plus 11 to hit.
Whoa.
Because it's elven made. So so it's got a +1 to its hit modifier, which is kind of nice.
So is it a +4/+3 weapon?
Yep.
Oh, gross.
Pretty good. Pretty
Gross.
good. Yep. So yeah, that's Yuki. So
Moving on to Belbin.
Yes, hi guys, I'm Connor and I play Belbin. He's a Glyven from the Roku Horn, which is kind of the poorer part of the Glyven territories. But he is a DPS, an Oblate. He really likes punching, kicking, like Kylan Dane said. He got some boots that were made for walking, but they were also made for increasing DV and RV values, which is
Oh.
fantastic.
Yeah, what are you at
Oh.
now for those? It was like +1 each, right?
+2. It was
+2 for
+2.
each.
and aren't you also like you benefit for not having armor? So like the fact that these give you extra armor
Yeah.
is really nice.
It's
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now my DV's at 15 and 11.
Oh.
Before it was 13 and 9. And it was like, I feel like almost every time I'd go in, I'd kind of be getting hit. It was rare that people were missing. But now I feel like those two, that's going to make a difference. So,
Yuki's got heavy armor on, and her DV's only 14, so that's freaking sweet.
really, I
That's
mean,
really good.
back in the day, Belbin was like untouchable. But
Yeah,
that
like
was,
18 or 19.
I think may have even been 20. Like it was, there were some guys where it was like, even if you hit a max roll, you weren't going to be like touching Belbin. But yeah, so that's Belbin. He's known for being the grump of the group, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how he's doing today. A lot of times I just roll to see how he responds, and sometimes he's obedient, sometimes he's not. So we just kind of see how the day goes.
He got new boots, so he can't be that grumpy.
Yeah, that's true. He also probably worth mentioning. He has the Gladys, which is a cursed
Yes.
sword that talks to him. Sometimes when
yeah.
he touches it, sometimes nothing too crazy has happened yet, but Thordain had it before him, and it would talk to him like nobody's business. So
Ordained for the first time in forever now has like clarity of mind.
yeah, he's really come alive since Belvin's had this sword.
Much jollier, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Belman, and I guess I could introduce both Thordain and Zill. So Thordain is he's an elf from the Woodland Realm. He is a ranger, tracker ranger, and so he's a support, and so he assists kind of from the back, primarily with his bow. He does have the ability to use swords and whatnot, but he can also heal, use all kinds of like hunting traps to be able to make battle just better. Like easier to maneuver and things like that, and primarily where he excels is in kind of the travel portion of the game, where he has a lot of buffs to be able to help the company that way. But he is the captain of Alamnia's Breath, their ship, especially during this Aishan Archipelago adventure. Yeah, they use Alamnia's Breath to get all over the inland strait here in Everlast. And so, yep, not only is he the captain, but a 2-time WrestleMania champion, only losing to a Glyphix construct by the name of Kokoro. So, you know, cheat to win. It's the only way to beat Thordain is by cheating. And he is an elf of science. He is a guy who does everything that he can to be able to figure out what's going on as the party is wandering around this dungeon trying to figure out puzzles and whatnot. He's just sitting in the library reading. That's what he does. But that's Thordain. Did I miss anything? I don't think so.
If the book doesn't explode into ash.
That's true. Yeah, he's being very dainty and careful with them. They're trying to figure out a way to preserve these texts without them just absolutely getting exploded. And then we have Zill. So Zill is typically played by Max. He is has many names. What is that? Let's see if I remember him. Teapot of Madness, Waffle House, the Future Refinium Prospector, the Orphan of Helix. Is that all? 4 names? Is there 5? I think
That's 2 more than I would have gotten. I think there's got to be one more.
there's got to be one more.
Yeah.
The Brick
Waffle
House.
is the best one, though.
Yeah, Waffle House. Oh, disgusting. But yeah, he's got a pet mouse named Waffle, hence the reason Waffle House. And he is an orphan from the city of Helix. Again, one of his other names. But he is a Rune Lord class, and so he has the ability to channel manic energy through rune sigils that are kind of branded on his skin. on his flesh, but he is the tank of the party, and he definitely takes hits like a champ, as Connor was mentioning earlier, where when he was Belbin and he used to like be untouchable. That's kind of how Zil is these days, primarily when you guys were fighting the pirates, and like the pirates would literally just have to get a natural 20 in order to do anything to him, so he was just like taking on the whole ship before Belbin came and saved him, so that was good.
Speaking of which, Connor, do you want to roll for Zil today, at least until Cole gets here?
Yeah, I'll bring up his sheet. I think one thing that was funny, I think I had a higher defense value back in the day than Zil.
It's interesting too, because now since that time there are two separate defense values. So there's the defense value and then there's the resilience value. And so the resilience is for like manic stuff, and I think everybody's definitely bulkier when it comes. I think with the exception of Luxalia. Luxalia might have higher RV than she does have with DV, but yeah, you guys are definitely thick. So if anything magical comes, it's gonna be a time and a half. That's for sure. But what else? So Zil is something about blacksmithing. Blacksmith extraordinaire. Yeah, blacksmith extraordinaire. There we go. That's another one. But yeah, he does that, and he spends his time practicing his craft, particularly recently forging Drakenmate stuff, and basically taking all of the stuff that he mines or finds and crafting stuff with it, which is cool. He's also a little bit, I wouldn't say dubious, but because he grew up a little bit poor, he definitely has an eye for the finer things in life. Maybe not quite to the extent that Belbin does, but yeah, he will do what he can. He can speak Draken, which is used to speak with Smoldran the dragon, and communicate with Yuki and Zil to be able to communicate with the statue that you guys had just recently encountered, who was speaking Draken. So,
I have a question about that. What if no one in the party speaks Draken?
That is tough potato cakes.
He's got to fight him.
No, in the future, there's basically things that will help you as far as puzzles, like in the library goes, where you can basically get like a cipher to be able to use it to interpret what the statue is saying if you don't know that they're speaking Draken. So there's like tools inside that you guys don't need because you have that within your party. So they've kind of just been omitted from the dungeon. That's the great thing about being the high level that you guys are, and like you guys have been, you're pretty well rounded as far as languages and stuff goes. So
and that begs to differ my second question. So we found the key to open up all these doors that we've seen, and that was on the upper floor, but it was all locked off. How are parties supposed to get across this lava? I almost dropped people into it.
There is here. I could pull up the ground floor.
Are there secret paths? Are there secret ways that we didn't discover?
We would have had to unlock the. There were so many doors up top that we had to unlock that we just kind of bypassed. Yeah, like
so there is actually a space right along the side of this building that you can wander through. Yep. There's a space right along the side there. I know the map's kind of big. Yeah. And we'll have more kind of portioned out pieces of the map, but it gets very crowded here on Purple Board if we don't have it. And then over here, there's actually a jump. It's only a 15-foot jump across from here to be able to get into this main hall doorway.
Gotcha. I was wondering about that.
Was there no way for us to unlock the doors that we were?
I mean, you could attempt to break them down.
Okay. But there weren't like keys or anything.
The key, basically the main key ring, was the one that was found in the upper room.
Okay.
Cool.
So you guys are chilling as far as that goes. But yeah, no, it's you guys are exploring. What was it last time we played? You guys at the beginning of last session had explored maybe 40%, and now I would say you've probably explored this place about 80 to 90%. So you guys are doing pretty good as far as that goes. And it looks like we have Cole. I don't know if he's still getting things ready. Oh. Hey, look, there he is. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Cole.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Is this the right
Real
mic?
good. Real good.
Okay, great. Hi, I am Cole, and I play Luxalia of the Silverwood. She is from the Silverwood, hence her name. She's also kind of from Golden Sands, but Glyven country, you know. Yeah, she's a shrine maiden of Amaterasu, which is pretty dang cool. She is the resident healer and mana user of the party, whereas I feel like most other people dabble. That's kind of my main thing as a mana sworn, is using mana. So, yeah, she's
Pretty
cool.
good.
She's a Glyven. She has a mysterious past that no one knows about, and yeah,
Been alluded to many a time though.
I know. Every time I introduce her, it'll come up at some point. So.
I like it. Just in time, by the way. Literally, we were just on you for.
Yeah, I
anniversary.
am still. I like just got home and I'm making dinner and
Okay.
stuff, so I might
Yeah,
be
yeah.
kind of
Popping in and out, don't worry.
at the beginning.
No-
But I'll be tuning in on my phone if I'm not at the mic. So
Sounds
I'll-
good.
I'm
Sounds
here.
good.
So
But yeah, welcome back, welcome here, and without further ado, we can go ahead and jump. Oh yeah, let's introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kyle, and I am here because I've got a problem. No, just kidding. I don't have any problems. I have nothing but good things to say about this group and this world that we are currently in. I am the Fate Weaver, so I am both playing with and against these players as they kind of make their stamp in the world of Everlast. But yeah, kind of narrating the journey as it goes along, and it's very exciting. But a couple of things. So this is a world and kind of an IP that is owned by LaFonte Fantasy Forge Studios. So don't take it, sell it for yourself, but feel free to use it for your own homebrew stuff. As well, but importantly on that note too, we are literally 3 days away from launching our next Kickstarter, the Everlast
yeah.
TCG Veil of Twilight. So it is our third expansion of the Everlast TCG, and it is a huge expansion, 274 cards, and we have all kinds of things from booster boxes to just packs and stuff that are available, lots of good rewards and stuff that are coming. If you are interested in that, Dane, if you'll go ahead and put the Kickstarter link in there, you can head on over to our pre-launch page and follow the page. We have been growing a lot within the past week. It's absolutely crazy to see like how much interest has been kind of bubbling up from those of you that are out there. So big thank you, big shout out to everybody who has checked it out and have started. It's more than we could have ever asked for. We're definitely in a better position during this campaign as far as like the advertising, and we've already done it once, and so going into it a second time, we could kind of put our resources where they need to. But it's been amazing seeing all kinds of new people not only come to the Fantasy Forge Studios community, but show interest in the project that we're doing, something I've been working really, really hard on for months to put together for all of you. And so that is very, very exciting. And so without further ado, we actually have a couple of ads that we can play right now before we jump into any recap, so we don't do a recap and then forget what happened after these awesome ads. But yeah, sit back, relax. We're just going to be introducing a couple of things that, so the Veil of Twilight, which is the main expansion, but we're also coming out with a EX battle deck double pack, so comes with 260 card decks called the Battle of the Bards, and then also a special seasonal collector set, which is a Night of Martyrs, which is basically Eclaas's adventures, Halloween adventures, which is really cool. That's an 88 card special set, and each booster pack comes with 30 cards, 3 holos, and ultra rare in every single pack, which is very cool. But without further ado, let's go ahead and play those ads.
Join the stage with me, Rose, and the prismatic petals as we sing to win your heart. In this new EX Battle Deck Double Pack, you'll have all that you need to participate with a friend in Port Grandium's first time ever Battle of the Bards competition. Choose to play as either the adorable, world-famous prismatic petals,
or become a part of the new sensation. Join me, Rurik and Opus 6 as we introduce a new sound to Port Grandium. This double pack includes 2 60-card decks, featuring all new cards and some familiar ones too, each with a new musical shine.
Drop the beat, strike a pose, and battle for the crowd's heart.
The Battle of the Bards is finally here, and it's time for you to take your part.
Coming to Kickstarter in October 2025.
So what are you waiting for? Take up your mic and sing your way to victory.
Millennia past on this very night, we celebrate all martyrs, for those who have laid down their lives for Alomnia's light. Behold the diary of the first martyr, your one-way ticket to my domain. Go ahead, grasp her word, her written witness. I'm quite sure you'll love the edits I've made. Welcome to my world, one of nightmares and grief, where many have come and all have stayed. Perhaps my new guests can provide me with some much-needed entertainment, at least before the dawn comes, and you become mine forever. Night of Martyrs, coming to Kickstarter this October 2025.
Still kills me seeing the skeletal waffle on that ad. But no, yeah, well, so that's what we've got going on. We're very, very excited to be able to bring you some really great stuff. And honestly, the game itself is really fun. And if you are interested, especially here in Colorado, in this upcoming week, actually on Tuesday, starting at 5:30, is that correct? I think so. Starting at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, we have our next Everlast League, which is at Inconceivable Toys and Games at the Castle Rock outlets. So if you guys are curious about learning to play, but also we got decks and stuff available to be able to do that. But if you want to get exclusive cards for just showing up, that's the place to be able to go. We have some very valuable cards, and this month's featured card is actually a Thordane version of the Gust art, and Gust is very, very useful. Basically, you can use it to move one of your opponent's creatures on their battlefield to any unoccupied space, which is super duper useful. So yeah, we got all kinds of great things, but we're starting our Everlast Battle League in Colorado, and if you guys are interested in have a location and a community to be able to share basically a venue to be able to have the Everlast Battle League wherever you are, reach out to us, contact us at fantasyforts@gmail.com, and we will help get you all set up with hosting your own Everlast Battle Leagues. But a great way to be able to buy into the Everlast TCG is definitely through the Kickstarter. So everything is at a basically supplier discount if you do purchase. Close to around 30% off of the actual MSRP if you do purchase this stuff from the actual Kickstarter. And it's a great way to be able to get a card game that maybe you're not sure about into your hands to learn how to play. We have all kinds of resources to learn to play. So on our website, we have a rules at a glance sheet so you can kind of just learn all the rules. Or if you would rather learn about it in video format, our YouTube channel has all kinds of stuff to be able to help you get into the game, such as how to play tutorials. And also we've been coming out regularly, basically daily, with new shorts about small things of the game, whether it's status ailments, whether it's certain traits that are pretty common, certain drop abilities. Upcoming, we're going to be having things for kind of new mechanics of the game that are being released in the set. So there's all kinds of things to be able to help. And then as well, if you have any questions, any at all, reach out to us on Discord. So the Fantasy Forge Studios Discord is a place to be able to, we have a Everlast TCG section. Throw up in there any questions that you have about the game, and we'll point you in the right direction. And help you out. Our biggest thing is we want to build a wonderful community around this game so that each and every one of you can enjoy it as much as not only I've enjoyed making it, but how fun it is to play. It's a great time. So big thanks to everyone. I know it's a long spiel, but especially as we are literally 3 days away from launching, it's very exciting. And don't miss out. We are only going to be running for a month, so from October 27th to November 27th. Until then, you'll be able to get the product from Fantasy Forge, but you won't be able to get it for the discounted price that it's at right now. So
yeah, and just a couple things about that necessarily. So right now, again, if you want to purchase it in person physically, again, Inconceivable Toys and Games in Castle Rock, Colorado is right now the place
for the
to
first
do
two
that.
expansions.
For the first 2 expansions. We're hoping that in this next expansion we get a bunch of other people. Right now we actually have a decent amount of interest, it seems, in some other places. Some stores actually holding the product as well, which is awesome. But if you are not in a place after even this next set comes out where that's going to be available, right now we do sell the first 2 sets in first edition on our eBay store. So go check that out. It's Fantasy Forge Gaming is what it's called. So feel free to go visit that if you do want to get some of the if you do want to get them. But we'll also be launching all of our product on Amazon in the near future, as well as on our website. So for example, if you would rather do it through Amazon, eventually it'll be on Amazon. So do not worry about that. It'll be widely available, even if you aren't necessarily in a place where you can buy it, the physical product from a store itself. Again, we want to make it as easy as possible for you guys to get these cards in your hands. And especially if you're living in Colorado, please consider on Tuesday, again, the 28th, starting at 6 p.m. or sorry, 5 p.m. 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. coming to see us. Even if you can't stay the whole time, even if it's just dropping by to say hi, come drop by and say hi. And if you want to learn how to play the game, feel free to come learn how to play the game as well. You can get a free promo card too, so that's pretty sweet.
A very useful promo card. I would say the first 2 were good. Aurora Veil for the month of September or August, very good, protecting against status ailments. For flame decks, Magma Blade was very good. That was Zill related. So for the first one was Yuki, that one was Zill, and this month is Gust, which is Thordane, and it is a card that can literally go in every single deck that you can play. So you get it by just showing up. So that's a
actually these next 3 ones are like super good. Because Mana Draw is for November, and then Debilitating Ray, which is again another card. Well, actually, all 3 of those cards could go in any deck and still be super solid. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so that's our gigantic plug for the Everlast TCG, but we can move on to the actual events of Everlast as it is right now. So the Adventures of Eclaas Eeas. We are currently on part 65, session 65 of the basically Aishin Island adventures, and Eclaas Eeas is a group of adventurers who are sailing the high seas as the keeper of the Earth Key to try to get rid of the wicked demonic and pirate presence basically that has become ever prevalent in the inland strait of Everlast. And the Council of the Keys just happened. They spent a long time gathering the 4 keepers of these keys to have this council in order to go into the lost city of Ashalanthil underneath to gain access to Aishin Volcano to discover what's going on with the Flame Pillar, but also on top of that, what's going on with the dragon Nazrahim and the volcanic activity that is going. But currently they are in the process of trying to escape this keep, which seems to be locked up from the outside. And so they've been exploring. They got a bunch of really cool loot last time, whether it's like new weapons, armors, accessories, things like that, which are really cool. But they also went down. I don't know if you were here. Were you here for the basement adventures?
No.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, basically, you were able to get a bunch of keys in the upper room. And so you came down here into the courtyard, into kind of this stone kind of house area, as there were basically these dragon eyes that were looking down into the floor. And so everyone was trying to figure out how to go downwards into the floor. And upon unlocking this room here on the map, you guys noticed that there was a stairwell that went down into a lower cellar, which looked like a crypt, but it was very dark, almost oppressively dark. So much so that even Luxalia's light arts weren't doing much as like casting basically the shadows away, and there was really nothing in here except for a statue of a mounted knight in the middle of the room. You guys had conversation with it. He basically said that, speaking in Draken, that he was the keeper of this space, keeper of this room. And with that being the case, you guys were able to convince him that it's like, hey, we're not trying to be here to do anything nefarious particularly. We're just trying to escape. And so with that and some pretty decent rolls on basically just a persuasion, you were able to gain hold of the key. The basically this sphere with kind of like this like small glowing ember inside of it. You were able to gain this sphere, which he basically said is your key out of here. And with that being the case, that you guys had left the basement room without any fight or anything, and now you have this sphere to be able to use to potentially try to unlock this place. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hand everything over to our players. Let me go ahead and get some dungeon ambiance going here. And yes, I don't know if you guys... Okay, cool. Let's play. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you guys.
So Bazil took the sphere, right? I
Yeah,
can't
so
remember who
Zill's
actually
the one
grabbed
who
it.
has it,
Okay.
and you guys, as you walk up these stairs, it definitely is getting hotter and hotter. As I had mentioned earlier, it is noticeably cooler down here than it is outside. But it's nice being out of the oppressive dark, though. It feels much brighter out here than it did being down in the depths.
Thordane wants to make some sort of check to see if he remembers in his readings of history anything about this figure that they just encountered.
Okay, make a knowledge skill check for me.
Knowledge. Okay. 13.
13. So one thing that Thordane does know is, with the Kingdom of Ashalanthil kind of being the first like true kingdom to be established in Everlast, the elves that essentially lived here were corrupted, and this is nothing that you guys didn't know before. They basically started practicing void magic, and because of that, it was actually through the use of this void magic, that this void flow, that the dark elf race was created. But with that, they had basically learned how to reanimate particularly stone objects using void and magic. And so, or not reanimate, just animate stone objects using this void of magic. And this
So
was...
it wasn't a skeleton. It was just a statue, like an actual statue.
From what you could tell, it was a statue. It was difficult to completely see it, but if you remember, it kind of had like a flaming visage, and it was not a skeleton. It had a basically like a knight's helmet on. It was like decorated in knight armor, but it wasn't like metal knight armor. It was like stone. This thing was a statue, from what you saw. But one of the things that void magic can do is animate stone, which is actually related a little bit to the creation of the Hiroxan race as well. Without going into too much detail with that, is they pretty much were birthed from stone. Hence the reason of their soul stones that they have. But
so that begs
worry
the
about
other question: was Zill's Peter Tingle going off about void flow from that guy?
Zill's Peter Tingle's been going off like crazy. And it's not just by that guy, but there's a prime void crystal like within the mile that's here. So
Cool.
yes. the short answer to that is yes. Yeah, definitely from what Thordane knows and remembers, is this is just kind of a small facet that dark elves can use magic, void and magic, to be able to animate stone.
And Thordane relays this information and says, I don't trust the dark elves as far as I can throw them, especially because people keep mistaking me for one for some reason. It must be this dark complexion.
Belbin is gonna talk to Yuki.
Okay.
And he's gonna say, "Hey Yuki, can you still fly? Or have you maxed out on your flying for today?"
No, I can fly if you need me
Oh.
to.
And you have the little orb thing that we just got?
I think Zill has it.
Yep, Zill does have it.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
you take it from Zill and throw it in the little fountain that's kind of in the middle?
I mean, I could place it in there. I don't think we should be throwing this, but sure. She takes it. She takes it from Zill and flies over to the center here and puts it in the middle.
Yep, you
Of
go
the
ahead and
fountain.
exit, and you fly over the central courtyard into kind of like this safe little island area, a little raised area in the middle where there's the fountain. So, upon further, I think this is the closest you've gotten to the fountain, but upon close investigation of it, you see that it's
Mhm.
completely dried up and empty.
Mhm.
You'd be surprised if there was probably water here, but it's a very nice, fine stone basin that's at the bottom of this. And kind of on further investigation of it, you see that it's perfectly intact. There's no cracks or anything in it, or really even signs of age. If anything, it kind of looks like polished to a degree.
Mhm.
Chances are, whatever water was here was evaporated out long ago. But as you make your way over to the center of this, there's a long kind of pillar that erects upwards, and it's kind of like an obelisk in a way. But there's not really any place that would fit
Mhm.
this that you could
Okay.
place it. Basically, it's kind of, think of like the Washington Memorial, where it's kind of like pointed at
Yeah,
the
it's
top.
like a pointed.
Okay.
She calls back and says that, and she says, "As far as what the gate inscription says from what Thordane said, we just need to present it in front of the gate. I don't know if it necessarily fits anywhere in particular, but I can go try that."
Can you just put it at the bottom? See, for
Okay,
some reason I made a note to say put it in the fountain. I don't
okay.
know why, but
She
maybe it
she
just looks
puts
cool.
she puts it at the bottom of the fountain and sees if anything happens.
You place it, and it kind of rolls around on the smooth surface a little bit.
Mhm.
But nothing happens.
Okay.
Mm.
She flies back over here and just presents it in front of the gate.
You do so. And as you present it, you wait for a moment and nothing happens. Upon
Okay.
closer investigation of this orb, as I had mentioned, it
Mhm.
is primarily a glass sphere with kind of some what looks to be brass fittings that are like around it, like one way, like, and then another way. So like two brass
Mhm.
kind of circles that are on it. And there is a small little ember glowing from within inside, but it doesn't seem to be doing much or reacting in any way to presenting it.
I do wonder. I know in the library upstairs there was that sconce area that was put out. Maybe we could try putting it in there. Unless any of you had seen anything else in your investigations, like bowls or other sconces in which we could place this in and test it out.
Well, I'm curious on whether the dragon's eyes I was looking towards the middle. I wonder if it was. Do you think it was following this orb, or do you think it was following just looking towards the
Oh,
center fountain, or do you think it was looking at the statue underneath that we were talking to?
it's a good question. I don't know. Uh,
Because we could
Did
also
we
go
ever
back to the
place
altar.
the gems in the little sconces? Did we already do that?
we did. Oh yeah, so you missed that. So basically, we found out they were mana crystals that were depleted completely of mana. So unless we had some way to put the mana back into them, we wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
do that. But they
basically from what you
fit.
guys had seen is there was it's kind of like there was the lectern that was there that was cracked. And there is a specific ritual that was used at the very beginning to be able to kind of invigorate mana into depleted mana crystals. And so that's exactly what you guys had seen. You placed the mana crystals in, but again, they were depleted. And these specific crystals, like, were carved out specifically for like these like locations where they would sit. But you don't know at this point how to put mana into a crystal. So, well, you need to either figure that out or find some sort of text to be able to help you with that.
And Thornton didn't come across anything like that in his readings.
He's nervous to open any of the books that he grabbed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the very least, we could try to put this in the places that we think might work. Luxolly, do you have any ideas?
No.
Oh.
I mean those sconces.
Okay.
Is that what you mean? Or do you mean
Yeah,
like
I mean, just
let's hold
anywhere.
on to them until we can recharge them?
I mean, we could do that too, I think. But I'm just trying to think of places we could potentially put this, because it does look like it has fastenings that it could be set somewhere. And again,
Are we talking about the mana crystals or the orb?
no, the orb.
Oh.
The orb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yuki, make a wisdom skill check for me.
Wisdom. 9.
9.
Not great.
So one of the things that you do remember is basically you need to present the flame in order for these doors to exit. And there's something that's peculiar, like the fact that this is like a sphere is a sign of that. It's not a key in a traditional sense, meaning similar, kind of what along the lines of you were thinking, like it needs to go somewhere. But at the same time, like this small flame probably isn't big enough to be able to open to open this door. You need to find a way to be able to grow this flame.
I think
Let's
we
go-
need to find a way to grow this flame somehow. Maybe there's a ritual for that. I don't know.
Can we go to that altar again? I have a feeling we either have to go to the room with the altar table, or have something to do with the dragons. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go to the altar room.
Did we go up these stairs? Yuki turns back this way and looks over here. I don't think we did. Did we?
Which ones?
We
don't know, there's
we
a lot
need
of
to
stairs.
Oh,
go-
sorry. This is
we
this
need to
is
go
a
down a level.
this is a view of the
Oh, that was
second
the second
floor.
floor.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha,
that's
gotcha.
second floor. Sorry, let me go ahead.
Oh, that's how we get up to the second floor.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We
So
did go
basically, if you
upstairs.
overlay these maps on top of each other, you guys are right here, and then this is the one with the room with the altar. The black dragon head is still laying on the floor in here, and then here is where those mana crystals are presented.
Well, we could test out Belbin's theory and see if the eyeballs do follow this orb as opposed to the guy underneath. So, shall we see?
Eyeballs.
Yeah, I'll hold the dragon eyeball, or just the mount up,
Mhm.
so you can see
And
if it.
Yuki will hold the orb above her head.
As you wander into, I'm assuming this conversation was happening outside here.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you
Yeah.
guys
We'll walk.
begin to wander into the hallway, you notice that all of the lights are out.
No!
Oh, son of a gun!
No! Gosh darn it. Well, I guess we gotta hurry. We gotta figure out.
Okay, here you Cole.
Is it this creepy guy again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm assuming. He said
Yeah.
he'd be back.
and I think he said he'd bring friends or something.
No.
Sounds like a party.
Zill panics and he takes his torch and starts lighting all the sconces again.
It's like when the house is cleaned, 7 more come back to take it away. Well, we go into this room, I guess we hustle.
I'm gonna have the group of you make a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh no.
16. Unnatural.
13.
Yuki got an 11, Thornton got a 15.
I'll roll for Zill too. Oh, he got a nat 16. Zill, I
Oh,
never get
Zill.
those. How'd you get that? That equates to a 19.
In Zill's mind, the thing that he constantly thinks about is like, I can't go to prison. I can't go to prison. I can't go to prison. No, as you are lighting basically the hallway back up here, going to all the sconces and lighting them, you're trying to stay as quiet as possible, listening. The one thing that you do remember from your previous encounter is you heard a basically a scratching noise as this corpse creature's sword drags along the side, basically on the floor behind it. You listen and you don't hear this dragging as of yet.
Well, we whisper. So, should we test it out?
Yeah.
Test it out? Okay.
Yeah.
So you make your way back into the room where the dragon head is, and as you do, who is carrying the orb and who? Okay, so you're propping the dragon head up.
I'll like hoist it up. I assume it's.
So one of the eyes is still in its head. Did you guys put the other one back in too? I don't remember if you hammered it.
Yeah.
You hammered the other one back in. That's right.
Yeah.
And both eyes are focused on the orb. And one thing that you do notice is the dragon's mouth is slightly agape compared to what it was before. So as you pick it up, its mouth kind of slack jaw goes.
What if we put it in its mouth?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Try
Yuki
to feed
shoves it in gently.
It
Gently.
seems to fit inside the mouth almost perfectly.
Oh. Well, is it doing anything? She looks and she's kind of like.
The eyes of the dragon begin to glow purple as you do so. And Belbin, I'm going to actually have you make a fortitude survival check for me.
Nice.
Man, this is where it's going to come and get me.
Done for.
Fortitude 11.
11. As you begin to hold it, you can sense kind of like a strange energy pulsing from your blackened web hand wraps, almost as if it's trying to drain the dark mana from you, as it were. What do you do?
Take it out.
She takes it out.
Why? What's happening?
He's sucking the energy from my hand wraps. I'll be powerless.
Oh.
Maybe we should mount it back on the wall. Maybe that.
I
would be a
forgot
better
that all your power came from your wraps.
These muscles are just for show, Luxalia.
Obviously, yes.
He's got to keep his power under wraps. You know?
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm not gonna try to
Thordane, you're so
mount it,
funny.
but Belbin wants to. Oh, that's not Belbin. Belbin wants to kind of go down the hall. Try putting it back in now.
Okay, she does.
And no, Belbin, you no longer are getting your power sucked from you. It probably started happening because of the fact you were touching it while it was happening.
Okay.
But the eyes still glow. And so like
Yeah.
they begin to glow, and the flame in the middle starts to become purple. And it begins to radiate and grow and grow and grow until it encompasses the entirety of the sphere.
Wait. Luxali, do you still have the dark mana crystal, perchance?
Maybe.
Someone has them. I don't know who has them.
Yeah.
Who's got the gems?
I don't think I do. It's not
Okay,
in
whoever
my
has
inventory.
It might
Whoever has
be
the
Zill
gems.
still.
It might be Zill. I'm looking through his inventory
Oh, I'll
right
check his.
now.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, you have his up.
Yeah, you'd probably be better controlling him, in all honesty. But,
No, you. Yeah. I
I'm-
think we're, about even.
Group effort.
I'm not seeing them in there. Thordane doesn't have them?
No,
What about like in Gloof? Do we put them in Gloof?
no, we didn't put them in glue. If I remember that specifically, they might still be in the sconce. Do we want to go check? To see
Yes.
if they're still in the things. All right, let's go that way.
So
Listen and roll carefully.
there were 8. So as you make your way into this central room, all of these lights are out too. I'm gonna have you make a wisdom check for me, Yuki.
Gosh,
We're done
so
for.
scary. 12.
12. You sit and you listen, and you don't hear anything in the current room with you, but you can hear just barely scratching from the floor above.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
She goes back in and says, "I think he's upstairs, so we got to be quick about this."
This guy's
Do
gonna
you
be
wanna come
pissed that
with
we
me?
took all of his booty.
Who's fast? Belbin, do you want to try this?
No.
Got this, Melvin.
Here you go, Belbin. She
All right.
hands
This is when heroes are made.
So I'm in this room, and what do you want me to do? Grab all the
Well,
check,
maybe leave
run
him
up here
there.
and see if anything's here.
Yeah, look to see if they're there.
Yeah, I'll look to see if they're there.
Yuki's just keeping a close, like the ear out,
Mhm.
and she's just trying to. While Belbin's doing all this.
So Belbin, you make your way into the central room, and it's still dark. You haven't taken the time to relight any of the torches, but you see that there are 6 gems in here, and each of these gems are of different elements. Starting basically with flame, then frost, then earth, then electric, then dark, then light. You make your
Belvin's
way.
he's not even paying attention. He's just grabbing them
Okay.
all
Yep.
and sort them out afterwards. I'm
Yep.
not just looking for a dark one.
Grab them all and you put them in your bag.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Run,
Back.
run. Yeah.
Yeah, and we trust him.
Keister him.
Oh,
Belbin,
Who needs a bag?
have we not learned our lesson?
Have you guys not learned your lesson?
Yes, I
I've
want you to
learned that
grab.
keystering is never the answer.
Maybe I'll prove you wrong here.
Okay, well,
Nope.
Yuki holds up the dark sphere now, and says, "Okay, maybe we should try touching the dark mana crystal to this potentially,
Yeah.
perchance."
Now that we're in the light, Belvin will kind of sort through them and find the dark one.
You take out the dark mana crystal and you present it and you touch it to the orb. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay. Well, Yuki's gonna look around a little bit more. Are there other Draken heads in here?
No, there's no other
No.
dragon heads.
The
in
other
here.
ones are on like the other side.
Well, it seems like this absorbed the dark mana from the black dragon. She's trying to remember if in this room over here there was a gold dragon.
There
Was
were
there?
3 of them. There was like the gold, the silver, and another color.
Bronze.
Well, we should try to go over there and see if we can maybe perchance turn this to flame
Perchance to
mana.
dream.
So
Let's
if we take the orb out, do we know if it'll continue like being inflamed?
Well, let's see.
Well,
Take it out.
Yuki's gonna go into this room, and what does she see in this room? Because she actually hadn't ventured into here at all.
Yep, you see basically this basin that is there, kind of this circular basin, and what looks to be a it's like a scon. It's like kind of like a small version of like those sconces that you saw with like the manic energy, but it's kind of like it's set into the wall up above it, and it is not lit.
Do you want to try to use this? Maybe put it in here. Oh no, it's looking a little dubious in here. I don't like this.
Do we need to drag this dragon head around?
No, I think we just need to make this flame mana personally. But do we want to try to put it in the sconce? She reaches up and tries to put it in.
I guess, but I feel like we need to keep putting it in the other dragon heads' mouths.
I agree. Well, she's gonna try first and see if it does anything. Just sticking it in the
sphere?
wall. The sphere, yeah.
So we took the sphere out of the dragon head.
Yeah, she took it out. She took it out. Yeah, we've been
Did
carrying it
anything
around.
change? Did anything change?
No, it's bright.
Nope.
Purple now.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Yep, so she sticks it in there.
It seems the perfect size for this sphere, and it fits basically perfect. And you wait for a moment, and it seems almost as if kind of siphoned out from the bottom, this flame goes back to a small purple flame, but you can see the little torch that's up above this little a basin glows a very fiery purple, blazing a very fiery purple, and you can hear in the far off distance a sound of a as if stone is being moved.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Wait,
Wait, so to recap, we put it in the mouth and the flame got bigger, and then we put it on the sconce, and then
It got sucked out.
okay.
the mana got sucked out. Well,
Did anything happen in the other room with those like those sconces in there?
Did anything happen with the doors?
Where all the gems were?
well, we took the gems.
I
We
know,
took
but
them.
like,
Yeah. Well, we could go look, I guess.
like I
Should we-
wonder if this like was part of reanimating these crystals or something.
Well, let's go look.
Did we unlocked all the doors as
did.
we
Yeah,
went,
they're all,
right?
everything's unlocked.
Everything's
yeah.
unlocked. Okay. So should we take our orb and go just cut across
Yeah,
this
I mean, let's
room
take
and
the
come
orb
over
and
here?
let's
No,
go
let's-
through there. Let's check it out and then go to the other room.
let's be careful at the very least, because again, I heard the guy upstairs, so we just need to be quiet like mice.
Alumnia?
Well,
The guy upstairs.
the more
The
present
scarier
one,
guy.
oh, yeah, scarier, dragging a big old sword. The guy who, well, Alomnia, I guess in Wrath can be scary,
I don't
but
know which
this is
commie that
different.
is. I'm just joking. Come on.
She peeks her head into here and sees if she can hear anything first.
You make your way back into, well, at least you peek your head, and again, it's pitch black. You can't tell.
Can we hear though where
You-
the dragon is coming from?
You hear the sound of creaking, meaning it is probably on some kind of wooden surface, which the only real wooden surface are the steps.
She goes back. He's in there. He's coming down the steps. Do we want to kind of? Do we
Let's
want to
take the long way? Question mark. Is there a
Yeah.
long way?
Yeah, let's take.
Maybe we should go upstairs. Wow, though there's no way out upstairs. Let's go back through here.
Yeah, I think
Maybe-
He didn't like. He didn't. I don't think he comes out here. It's too bright.
That's true. Although I don't want to carry anyone back.
Can we just
back
light
across
that
the
room
wall.
up?
This one?
Yeah, but he just
Nope.
puts it out. No, we didn't light that one up. We lit
Yeah.
like
No, I know,
This
but
up.
like we could just light it up and then he won't go in there.
no.
Well, he'll
He'll just
put
put
it
it
out.
out. He'll put it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe we come back out here. Those who can't fly, hide in here for now. And then I can.
wait,
Lorraine
isn't there a long
hiding.
way?
Well, yes,
Can't
but
we
we
just,
gotta.
like, go around.
That-
here?
Well,
that-
No, so upstairs here. Can we move the map up for the upstairs? So it's cut off. There is no doors from here, from the upstairs. Oh, is there? Is this a door or no? Right here.
Nope, not a door.
Okay. So if we go
I
upstairs,
mean, this
we're kinda
guy's pretty
stuck.
slow, isn't he? Can't we just like outrun him?
I guess, but like I want to.
He
we
also
wanna take our
teleports.
time
You guys saw
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
And the long way involves Yuki flying us over the lava pit, and
Yeah.
that's where he like almost.
What was
dropped,
he
like,
weak to
everyone.
again? Do we remember?
Flame.
Flame.
What was
Flame.
working?
Flame.
And he was resistant to everything else, and then immune to
Yes.
physical
Yes.
damage. So I'd
Hey,
rather not.
Belbin, can you light your wraps on fire? And then you can just punch him with flaming fists of fury.
No. I've got a torch if I want to
Oh.
try to hit him with a torch.
Okay.
I just think we should avoid combat because that was kind of scary last time.
Well, yes, but
And he's
like,
gonna have his friends. He said something like he'd be back with friends or something. Burned in my memory.
terrifying.
Well, if
Yeah.
we want, if the rest of us want to hide, I can just go on super covert secret mission in the long way.
Okay.
All right.
Should we be a distraction? Should we try to lure him away from you, Yuki?
I guess.
What is
you
he attracted
could.
to? Light?
Yeah, he's attracted to it, right? He would
Life,
go-
I think.
Well,
in
if he
general.
sees it, he's gonna put it out.
Okay. Okay. So he's probably coming to this room anyway, since we lit up all the torches. So
He reminds me of Mother Abbess. Whenever we would leave a light on, she would come in and turn it off and say, "Don't waste candles."
I don't know who that is, Luxalia, but okay.
Oh,
Part of her secret past.
All right.
Owen wants to start making his way.
It's gonna hide in
at least
here?
out here. At least out here.
Yuki's gonna fly over to this side while they're doing that, and just keep her ear out as she's sneaking. Peer Gynt's playing in the background.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom,
Are
boom.
these lights on or out? Or off?
Everything is out here.
Whew! Scary. Okay, she listens.
I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh my gosh, how many of these do I have to make? Okay. 13.
You do not hear anything.
Okay. She sneaks.
So you begin to creep down the hallway. I'm assuming you're keeping it dark, or are you lighting as you go?
You know, she's keeping it dark.
You continue to creep it down through the hallway, and you stop at the very far end, and you look side to side, and you see that all of the doors are closed. And so directly to your right is the stairwell upstairs, and then to your left are two doors, and then straight in front of you to your left is the door into the kitchen space.
Yeah,
Belman wants to stick his head out like into this hall and see if he hears anything.
Belbin, as you do so, you begin to kind of feel a little bit of a breeze down this hallway. And you can see at the far end the lights that are there are kind of starting to flicker a little bit.
Okay.
Oof.
And do I hear anything?
You hear basically like the sound of moving air. That's what you hear.
Okay. Someone's letting in a draft over there.
Luxalia is just behind him going,
It's for real estate.
Dom's gonna just move up kind of closer away from this door just in case the thing makes its way down there. Guys, I think it's gonna be coming our way. Cole, you've been gone, I think, like every time we've encountered this thing or something.
No, I was through one of them.
There's no fear.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh man.
Well, you know, I use magic and I have fire, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yuki,
fine.
Yuki goes into the kitchen.
You do
and
so.
sneak.
And as you look around, everything seems to be exactly in place as it was.
Okay. She goes back into this room.
And as you do so, you stop and you listen for a moment. And there is... You can almost hear the sound of what would be air moving, but almost as if it's like... exactly. Kind of sounds almost like breathing.
Ooh.
Well, and
But it's pitch black in here, so it's difficult to tell.
when
Okay.
Yuki flew across here, nothing had changed with these doors. Sorry, I don't have my mouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nothing.
With,
When she flew across there, she didn't see anything.
She
Okay.
didn't see anything change.
stone moving. Yeah, because there's like big stone moving. Interesting. Yeah. She goes back into the
fountain look any
kitchen.
different?
Does what look any different?
The fountain.
Fountain does not look different.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm just Luxalia's gonna like look around at all the stone things and wonder, what could it have been?
Go ahead and make a wisdom skill check for me, Luxalia.
Nice.
As she's doing it, Yuki lights a torch when she gets back in here,
Oh,
and then just
6.
peeks back at you.
Pretty much everything here is made out of stone. As far as anything that could be big, heavy, and moving, you know that it was in the distance from where the room you guys were at, and so chances are it's not like within this immediate vicinity. If there was some kind of moving stone,
Okay.
that's all I can tell you with the 6.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you light a torch, Yuki, and you step back into the room.
Yeah, and she's gonna go along this way by the pianos and gradually light them.
Okay.
Really being careful though, like she's sneaking as much as she can sneak.
What is your focus score?
Focus. My focus scores a 10.
10. As you begin lighting one by one, so
Nice.
you begin to see something moving kind of just out of the corner of your vision over by the fireplace.
You're done for.
You're all by yourself.
I know I am. She's gonna. Is it moving towards me or just moving in general?
It's basically, it looks to be some kind of figure in front of the fireplace, but it's difficult to tell. It looks like it's
Alright.
moving because of the way that the torchlight flickers, but it's difficult to tell. It doesn't seem to be coming nearer, perchance.
Okay. She's gonna go back behind the piano and try to get closer.
And as you do, you get closer and closer. You begin to see basically like a spectral image come into play right in front of the fireplace. It looks like as if its back is turned and it's looking up at the dragon heads.
The dragon heads. And it's clearly not like live. It's like a ghostish.
It's
type
like
figure.
a spectral visage.
Is it recognizable to like kind of the scary dude from before?
He's
It's
not
similar.
corpse-like, not corpse-like.
Okay. Yuki kind of kneels and prays a little bit, and she's just like, okay, allow me to give me the strength to do what I need to do in this situation. Give me the courage. Give me the fortitude. And she stands up and she approaches.
It does not seem to even be noticing the fact that you have come closer. In fact, you have gone over to the fireplace almost within like 6 feet of it as it just stares up. And there's something recognizable about this creature. This looks to be of the very same vein that you saw upstairs in the room with the chandelier candles, almost as if these creatures have started making their way down into the space below.
The chandelier candles. Oh, like the ghost guys.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. And it doesn't set its focus on me at all?
Nope. Just looking up at the dragons.
Okay. I'm going to, specifically the one that the specter is looking at, Yuki's going to do her best, try not to go inside its body, but is going to stick the orb up and place it in the mouth of the dragon, or the dragon that he's looking at.
The mouths are not slack-jawed. There's no way you can do it.
None of them are.
None of them are slack-jawed.
Yuki's gonna kind of attempt to talk at this and says, "Is there any advice you could give us to quell the flame pillar?"
Make a influence skill check for me.
Oh, I'm good at that, but let's see. Okay. 14.
As you say this, what language are you speaking, by the way?
Everspeech.
Okay. It looks to you. It's basically like very slowly his head looks towards you and then down at the orb in your hands, and it says, because right now basically you have this orb and it's emitting a very faint purple light still.
Yeah.
And it looks down and it says, "Purple. I know that light." And it looks up to you and it says, "Yes. Long, long ago, the master, he had a purple light." And then his eyes move back to the, basically at the dragons that are there.
And she kind of looks back to him and says, "Did it look like this, or was it something else?"
Without breaking his gaze from the dragons, he says, "The master lived in his office, the highest room in the keep." And then he vanishes.
Isn't that where we
Oh!
got all the stuff?
Well, the keys, the key ring we got from there. Ooh, boy.
Wait, I thought we got all the stuff from his room too.
I don't know. Did we? I can't remember. We broke the desk. We obliterated the desk. I can't remember.
Where
what
did
else
we
is
get all
there,
the
though.
stuff? I thought that was like his.
Yeah,
It's like
so-
in storerooms.
You guys, so a quick kind of overcap here on this second floor.
Oh, that was
so-
his bedroom.
Yep, you got bedroom that's here. You got a storage room, and then you've got kind of a sitting room. And then here, both of these rooms were the storage ones. These ones were the one with the crystals, and this was kind of like armory, like treasure stuff. So you saw.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And
Okay.
that is above the. We have
The
to go
big
into the
room.
like chamber, like
Yeah, and
altar
go up
room.
the stairs. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you something. I'll give you all a hint. You have not visited every single room in this place.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, in the library. Remember there was that big stone thing that was covering the stairwell?
I
Oh.
don't remember that at
Oh,
all, but let's check it
fine.
out. I bet
Well,
that's
that
still
that
there.
pops into Yuki's head, and she's like, "Oh, the tallest part," and that comes to mind, and so she's like,
Too bad Yugi's on the other side.
yeah, well, she's very grateful to this spectral spirit, and she prays that it may be released from this shackles, whatever's binding it here to this place, and then she creeps back towards this door and listens.
As you do so, you peer your head into, again, a black, darkened room, and it sounds like almost right upon you. You hear the sound of large blade dragging across stone.
Oh, she runs this way as quietly as she can, and she
Make a
comes back
stealth
through.
check for me.
Oh no!
You're done for.
I'm bad at stealth.
At the same
Alright.
time, Belbin wants to try to listen into this hall again.
Okay.
Belbin, as you look into the hallway, you look left, you look right, and you see the wind itself seems to have calmed down a bit.
Oh no.
But looking at this specific sconce that is here, you see a spectral body looking up at the flame.
Ooh, okay.
It's a 12, by the way.
12.
Belbin's a little chicken, so he's just standing back.
Ghost.
What's wrong, Belbin?
There's
Did you see
something.
the scary man?
There's something in that hallway.
Oh, let me look.
Yeah, you
Luxalia peeps her head
Big
out,
hand.
and you take a look to the left, and you see a spectral body looking up at the flame.
Yes. And Luxalia will proceed to pray for its soul.
Nice.
Make a piety skill
Yeah.
check for me.
Nice. What's up? What's up with this? What are these rolls? Ah, not good. It was a natural 1 plus 5, so 6.
It's gonna start screaming.
Like an alarm system. as you pray for its soul, you don't mutter any words particularly, but its head, it begins to turn towards you, and it doesn't have a face. And it begins to slowly wander in your direction.
Ooh.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Snapping as it comes close.
I will keep praying and ask for Alamnia to guide me.
So I have a question. Are you currently in the corridor, or are you back out here?
I'm like kind of like in
Just
in the crevice.
Like that? Like in the doorway?
Yeah, like peeping in, but like not like in the hallway. Yeah.
Okay. And it continues to go closer, and every time that it moves by the flame, basically the torches on either side, it flickers a bit. So it moves from here, and then these stop flickering, and then it comes closer to here, and then these start flickering. And it just continues to walk this way, completely ignoring you, bypassing as it begins to disappear up the hallway.
Wow. Oh, hey, Belbin, it's gone.
Great.
I think Alamnia guided it home. Or it just went to a different room. I'm not really sure. I'm not feeling it tonight. Today?
It's about nighttime, yeah.
All right.
And while that is happening, Yuki, as you close the door, you begin booking it out. You're pretty quiet, tiptoeing, and you close this door and you just start booking it.
Sprint.
In your armor as you continue to run. You eventually do make it to the outside by the lava, and you can see that they're gathered over by the doorway, peeking out at something.
I get up and I'm like, oh, Yuki, what is wrong? What happened?
She's freaking.
I will brush the hair out of her face, and I'll be like, Yuki, speak to us. What happened?
Follow me.
Oh, okay.
She just doesn't break stride, and she goes in here and starts running up.
And as you do so, you
I follow.
don't even pay attention as you pass right by the spectral figure as it begins to make its way up here. You are just run right by it and then right up the stairs.
Luxalia thinks to herself, well, I guess it was the ladder.
Well, I'll explain as we get up top, basically.
Is everybody
she's supposed to
following?
get
Is
out
that the
Yeah,
question?
I'm following.
Yeah, I think we're all
Zill is
following.
also following.
And Thordane is just like, wow, very brave indeed. I don't know if she's terrified or if she is, or if she's determined.
Excited? Yeah,
As
I
soon
know.
as
Yeah.
As soon
It's
as
hard
she
to
gets up
read.
to the top of the stairs, she comes to this doorway and just stops right here. And wait,
These
the rest of the group.
these lights are still lit, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
She turns to the group and says, "Yeah, I went to the other room. The orb didn't fit in any of the dragon's mouths. However, I did meet a spectral figure. The spectral figure told me that at the highest room in the office, the old master had a light like this. And I was thinking, what did I think of that had a stone move? Ah, the doorway that was blocking the stairs upwards from the library. And so I went that way, but I decided to check into the main chamber to see if the scary guy was there. And I looked, and he was right there. And so I booked it and didn't look back. So I don't know if we have
Yuki!
much time.
That is a great
don't know.
story, Yuki.
Yuki,
don't-
did your
yes.
mother never tell you to not talk to spectral figures?
No,
That
she
could be
did
very
not.
dangerous.
She did not.
You
Well,
prayed
Look, Sully,
for
you
it.
just talked to spectral figures.
No, I didn't. I just prayed for its soul. There's a big difference. Melvin.
oh, if it helps too, Luxali, I did pray for its soul as well. But
well,
after it left, I did talk to it. I apologize. But anyways, I don't know if we have much time, so I think we should hurry, especially because this room over here is kind of a dead end. So if we have to circle back, then
I'm following you.
all right. She goes. And she enters.
You make
Is
your
the
way
stone
into
gone?
the library, and the lights are still all lit, and there is a revealed staircase.
Up the stairs we
The
go.
stone has been
Oh.
moved.
Up the
Wow,
stairs we
I don't
go.
even remember this room.
Oh, I remember this quite a bit, Thordane begins to say. I was investigating upon here. We actually got a few of these books, and he begins to start taking a few of the books out of his bag.
Oh,
Don't
no,
open
no,
them quite
no.
yet, but
Also, if you were thinking about this, why didn't you tell us earlier?
that is a good question. I was too absorbed in my scientific endeavors.
As usual. Come on, Melvin. Lead the way.
I'm not leading the way.
All right,
That's
Melvin.
Yuki.
Take up the caboose.
I'll take up the
Protect us
caboose.
from the scary man.
She goes up the stairs.
With
And-
your fists of fire.
With that, we're going to take a short break because I do not have my map up here. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. If you guys will go ahead and turn off your mics, I'll go ahead and type into the chat when we're back so we can start going. It'll be from Fantasy Forge. So hydrate, everybody. It's very hot in this castle, and it makes you need to hydrate. So make sure you're all hydrating. But yep, we'll be right back. And we're back. And we're back. How's it going? Okay, sorry about that. I didn't have my map pulled up here, but now we do. We're all set. We're ready to go. So you guys make your way up to basically the top of this circular tower, and you see that it is currently lit by a number of basically chandeliers that are on the ceiling. And these chandeliers are emitting a soft purple glow, very similar to the orb that you are currently holding. And it kind of almost provides kind of like an eerie ambiance, but it's like bright enough to be able to see the entirety of the space. And with that, you wander in and you see that this doesn't look to be just like a simple office. In fact, it is kind of like a mixture between kind of a library, but also there are a number of different workspaces here too. First and foremost, you see that there is a table. There's a couple of chairs that are there, and this seems to be where a lot of the research is done. There are a couple of books that are open here, and I actually will say I'm going to have you each make an elemental skill check for me.
It's an 8 for Yuki.
It's a 17 for Belbin.
It's a 5 for Thordain.
12.
And then,
And then, yep, for Zill. Gosh, Zill's rolling so well. It's
Nice.
insane.
Max isn't here.
17.
17. The group of you begin to feel kind of like this presence of heavy presence of mana in this room. Almost to the point where when you break basically the entry threshold into this tower, it almost feels like as if you have been transported to a different time. You no longer feel the heat in here, and you can actually see the surrounding windows. There's daylight coming through them.
Wow.
Oh, Yuki goes this one and looks.
How far up are we?
You go over and you look into the window, and you look out amongst a large, vast city. The city itself is ordained in much gold. It's kind of similar to how similar to Hightower in basically its splendor, but you see that it extends for really far, basically at the base, and you see that it looks like you're at the top of a mountain, and there's a large valley that is down there. You can see that it is probably nearing the evening, and the sun is somewhere over here in kind of the far western distance, but you can see that there are many lands, lush green lands that extend for the as far as the eye can see. It seems that you're up quite high.
Yuki looks back and says, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I mean, I don't think we're in Flomberge anymore.
Belbin's going to come over to this
Do
table.
I recognize these views?
You walk over and no, it's absolutely unrecognizable.
This is unrecognizable.
Belbin's going to put all the crystals that he has just on the table.
Okay.
And
You do so, and it's like scattered amongst a bunch of other stuff. So it looks to be like there's some vials, some open books, some scrolls. You can even see that there are a couple of candles with the same purple glow on them. And then in the center, there is a pitcher of what looks to be wine in the middle as well.
Old wine. It's almost as if we've been teleported back in time or something. And Yuki looks around for any vessels that are glowing purple like the sphere.
Like the sphere? Okay. You wander
Or
around.
yeah, just something that basically what the spectral was saying is like, hey, my master had something like that too, and is kind of looking for something similar.
I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check for me, Yuki.
Okay. It's a 14.
This place is littered with things like that. Not necessarily the sphere that you are holding, but the same purple light is what is prevalent throughout this space.
Where, like,
the candles?
can
all
we
everywhere.
can we grab some of the candles and like kind of?
Yeah, absolutely. So these are, it's about like a 10-foot roof. So you would have to like climb up in order to grab the candles that are in the chandeliers. But the candles that are on the table, you can pick up and grab those.
Okay.
Thordain's going right to the bookshelves and seeing if he can see anything interesting.
I would like to look at the magical stuff.
Okay, so let's really quickly go through and kind of describe all that you see just on the first look through. So as Thordain is looking at all these books, again, these books look almost as if they are brand new, almost like freshly written, freshly bound. In the room itself, kind of smells like how you would picture like a Barnes and Noble smelling. So like kind of like new book smell. In
Cafe.
here. Yeah, without the coffee. Instead, you
Oh.
smell wine. but kind of like just like new book smell as you go through these. And Thordain picks one of the books out and he begins to flip through them, and they seem to be written in very eloquent writing, almost. As if, again, the embossing was done yesterday. The ink could have just been written yesterday, as if they've been completed and put right on the shelf and haven't even been opened. But the back spine bindings haven't even been, like, they're still stiff from recently being bound.
Wow, looks like this guy didn't read much.
Thordain's like, ah, what a
Bit of a
treasure trove,
show.
though. These are ancient, I can tell, but they're also new. How peculiar.
And as you make your way kind of around this side, Yuki, what you notice is on this table, it looks to be almost as if there is, this is a transcribing area. So there are a bunch of stacks of paper that are on the side here. And with these papers, you can see that there is an open book. And almost like 3/4 of the way down the page, it just suddenly stops, as if the book is like they stopped writing in it. But it looks like a book from from basically the parchment that is on the side is being transcribed like verbatim into here. So that's what it looks like here. Over on kind of this far side, we'll take Luxalia's token and put that over there. You can see that there is what looks to be more of a workstation compared to kind of like the study station, the transcribing. It seems as if there are a number of vials and tinctures and everything that is here, almost as if it's apothecary that is going on here. In these cabinets, you can see that they're full cabinets full of all kinds of potions and all kinds of concoctions, some of which you've never even seen before. Some glow, some look like basically just like vials with like weeds and stuff inside of them, or like herbs, things like that. On the far side here, you see that there is, and we could go ahead and move Zill over here. On the far side, you can see that there are a number of chests, and inside these chests, there are, in the middle one, and they're open. There's all kinds of jewels that are in the center of them, of various sizes, almost as if they have been just collected and tossed into this box. In this one, it looks to be clothing primarily, are in this one. Looks to be as if clothing are primarily in this one. And on the far end here, as Zill looks in, he can see that there are all kinds of spare parchment and whatnot that is in here, almost kind of like writing materials as well. Making your way over kind of this area here. You can see that there are a number of things, such as a set of very fine clothes set up on a mannequin, along with along the floor all kinds of boots that are lined up as well. And then the last thing that is of notice is at the very far end over here by Thordain, where he is. There's a large standing mirror, and it's got a beautiful silver ornate kind of look to it. And it's, you know how like the Mercury mirrors, where they're kind of like a little bit faded like on the sides, but still like reflective. That's what's going on here. And as Thordain walks and stands in front of it, you cannot see his reflection in it.
Oh, he's a vampire.
Thordain, are you a vampire?
I feel like I had a dream at one point where I was some kind of blood spawn being. Check out the Everlast TCG Night of Martyrs expansion.
Are you
Belvin,
okay, Thordain?
Belvin wants to go downstairs really quick and just see if the whole castle's kind of been transformed into this like yesterage.
Yeah, Belbin, you step back through the threshold and you begin to feel immense heat coming from down below. It is you can see like candlelight going up from not candlelight, torchlight coming up from below, almost as if by just stepping over the threshold, it specifically exists in this moment. This is the plane between the like kind of odd different other world and the normal where you guys were from. Came from.
And the light is just from all the lava, or is it that something is coming up the stairs?
No, so remember those lights have not been snuffed out yet. The candles that were down there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll come back up then and kind of go back.
Thordain's gonna look to see if there's any titles in particular that could lead to any like restoring mana crystals, rituals, things that will be useful for the, or like even just because he's curious.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that piques his interest, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have Zill come over to these chests and rummage through them. The crystals, were those, would he recognize those like the ones that we had seen earlier?
So there are all kinds of things such as carnelians. There's even some diamonds in there. Some of them, again, they're small ones all the way to large ones, almost as if, and they just seem like gemstones. They don't necessarily seem like mana crystals per se. But I'm gonna have you roll a knowledge skill check for Zill.
Zill,
He's not
how's
very
your
smart.
Peter tingle?
Zill thinks about it for a moment, and he says, "Actually, I don't feel anything. It's quiet."
Too quiet.
Where are we?
Can we just not leave this room?
Sorry, what was Zill's result?
5.
5. He looks through them and he kind of rummages a bit, and there's one that kind of does stand out, and he picks it up, and he looks at it, and it's quite a bit larger, kind of pointier at the top, and he looks at it a bit, and he can tell that it is some kind of mana crystal. However, it seems almost as if it is empty as well. That's here.
Hey guys, there's no ingots here, so I'm not too interested.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As Thordain looks at the bookcase as well, he notices that, again, everything is written in a beautiful Elvish script on the spine, but nothing that looks as if it would refresh mana crystals. However, one thing that is concerning that does catch his eye is a large number of these texts that are in these shelves seem to be dealing with void. So the research of void flow.
Oh, snap. Thordain's like, oh, this seems dubious. Whoever was in this office specifically was interested in void, maybe perchance perverting Alamnia's manic abilities.
Can I find like a diary or journal or log or something?
Yeah, as you continue to look through the stuff that is here, I'm going to have you, as you kind of like wander through the stuff that's open on the tables, because there's a number of like things that are written, I'm going to have you make a wisdom skill check for me, Luxalia.
All right. 10.
10. You make your way over to where Yuki is currently looking, and she's looking through kind of the stacks of these papers, and laying on the desk, you see that there is something that actually is familiar and catches your eye, which is the open book that is currently being transcribed there, and it looks familiar to you, almost as if you have seen this before.
I see.
I will read it and see if I recognize it.
So it's in Elvish. It's in Astria. I don't know if you know that language, but
I don't. Thordain!
Yes, what can I do for you?
Do you know Astria?
I do. That is my common
Can you
speech.
read this for me?
Yes, and
I only know Elven speech. Ever speech, Glyven, and Alamnic.
Yes, this isn't written in any of those languages. This looks a little bit more ancient of my people. As he begins to read, and he says, "Oh yes, this is quite familiar." And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out the journal that you guys had found in the bedroom of that down below on the second floor. That was laying on the couch. That was there, and he opens it up, and he sees that it is the exact stopping point of where it is like, remember, it was currently being written. It kind of looks like a log, right? As it was being written, and it kind of just stops at a certain point. Says this is the same thing, although this one is much older.
Interesting.
This is quite trippy.
What happens if we try to bring something from here back across into the present?
That is a good question. I fear with a lot of these books they might disintegrate, although they are new, and much of our parchment that we have on ourselves doesn't seem to be burning up. It seems just to be old stuff is burning up and turning to ash. So perhaps could be useful.
Do you find any books here useful, Thornton?
Lots of Voiden books. It's quite concerning. Don't go over there. I think it would appall you, Luxalia.
Well, yes.
Does Belbin see his reflection in this mirror?
Belbin makes his way over, and he does not see his reflection in the mirror.
Ooh, it's creepy.
Wait, Belbin, are you a vampire?
Belbin wants to grab the mirror.
Okay.
And drag it
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
And say, hey guys, stand in front of this mirror.
He goes back and pulls it.
I thought you were the creepy man for a second.
I am the creepy man. But I don't know who.
Oh,
Oh, not that creepy man.
right.
He was talking about keystering earlier.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. Do I see myself?
You all take your turn standing in front of the mirror, and you do not see yourself. However,
I'm going to try to step through the mirror.
Okay, you do so. Boom! You hit your head right on the glass
Yep,
of the
it's a
mirror.
mirror.
Luxalia, what are you doing?
I don't know. I couldn't see my reflection, so I was like, maybe it's a portal and not a mirror.
Belbin wants to look out this window next. Is it still just a view of the city?
It is a view of the city, just on the southern view of it.
Are there people?
There are people wandering all throughout the streets. They're pretty far down, so they just kind of look like specks. Off in the distance, you're in a decently high tower that's there, but it's got beautiful views, and it seems almost as if the clouds are moving, but the sun itself is not. Almost as if it's just kind of like frozen in time. You see people moving, but kind of almost like NPCs doing the same type of like laps.
What
and
does the
circles.
book say? Is it anything important? Like what? Or have we already read it? No new information.
Thordain continues to read it a bit, and he says it looks to be some kind of, I don't know if this is a recipe or if it's instructions for something, but it seems to have stopped right at the important part.
Well, then maybe we should look at the papers that are on the
Yeah,
desk.
wait. Isn't he
That's what he's
transcribing
transcribing.
something?
He is. So just look at it.
So let's read the one that is finished.
Yuki's gonna look at these shelves as that's happening. See if there's anything interesting.
Thordain, he begins to flip through the papers, and it takes a little bit of time before he's able to kind of like organize them into a way that does make a little bit of sense. So it gives you a little bit of time, all of you a little bit of time to kind of wander around and see. Yuki, yeah, you pretty much look at these shelves, and you do see that they're closed, and they're like glass cabinets, and they have all kinds of things from potions to herbs to all kinds of ingredients that are here.
Yeah, she's taking an opportunity to restock, especially Luxalia because she used a lot of mana last session.
Okay.
So she's gonna unlock it, use the key ring that we had gotten from before, and see if that works in here.
You begin to kind of fumble through all of these keys, but this doesn't seem to have a traditional keyhole lock. You don't
She
see
ain't
any
something.
actually outward-facing lock, or even handles on this thing to begin with.
It's a key fob lock.
Is it
Uh,
locked?
press
Is it
the
like
button.
locked? Is there any way to
Pop
even like
open.
get the cabinets as a sliding? Is it a sliding pane or something?
Not a
Or-
sliding pane either.
She takes some time trying to decipher what kind of what this is.
Yeah, make a wisdom skill check
What's
for
going
me.
on? What's going on here? Okay. 12.
They seem to be pressure cabinets. All you have to do is just press
Oh.
upon them, and they open towards you.
Nice. That's what
Wow.
she does. She's like, I was just about to donkey kick them. I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
That would have been a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they do open towards you, and you see that there are many things in crystal bottles, like hundreds upon hundreds of potions and vials and things
Yeah,
of the
she
sort.
looks to see if there's anything super interesting and or super helpful. She's
Well,
not gonna
there's a
just completely get everything.
there's a
but-
lot of things in here that like you have no idea what they are, and they're not labeled.
Oh.
There's a few things that definitely look like potions for sure. Many vials, pawn vials of potions, but as far as the effect of them, you don't know if they're simple or anything like that. So
Try
Can
drinking
Luxalia
one.
go and
Yeah,
see
helps
if
decipher.
she recognizes any of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
The
try
two-
drinking that. Good thing Belbin's not over.
Drink one. Drink
Hey,
one.
Alvin, this
Roulette.
one might turn you into a llama.
Ooh, what's a llama?
I
Zill
don't know,
says
I
they
just
have
read
long
about 'em.
necks
Yeah, kind of like dinosaurs.
and they like to spit.
Yes, like a camel.
Interesting. Why don't you
Zill
take a
says,
sip
"What's a
first?
camel?"
Let me see.
Like a dinosaur camel. Wait, have you never been to the desert?
No, have
No.
you?
Yeah, the Golden Sands.
Nope, I've never been to the desert. Do you have camels in the Golden Sands?
Yeah.
The one animal to.
Well, one day you should take us to your hometown, Luxalia, and then we can
Oh.
determine whether or not I can see this camel for myself.
I don't know if you want to go to my hometown. You might learn stuff you never wanted to know about me.
He kind of just looks at you. Then he looks to Belbin and he says, "Well, we already know a lot of stuff about Belbin. It can't be any worse than what he's done."
All I know
Right.
about Luxalia is that she used to like to drink a lot. Rumor
Right.
Rumor has it.
Yep, I was a lush. You know me. You couldn't get enough. Anyway, we should.
How's your liver feeling, Luxalia?
I can't say I feel it. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's probably a good sign. As long as it's not aching, I guess.
Yeah. Do I recognize any of these potions?
I'm gonna have you make a wisdom or knowledge skill check, and it could be with hope.
Yeah, because Yuki's helping as best she
I'll
can.
remind you, it's hope.
Yeah, just
Just
advantage.
double take
Yeah.
the higher. Okay. Wow. What was it? Wisdom?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Nice. 8.
All it goes to know.
Yeah, you were able to discern definitely what are the potions, what are the mana potions, and stuff that are here. There are 2 vials of simple mana potions. There are probably a handful of reliable healing potions as well. So 6 vials of healing. It's all vials. There's nothing like in bottles.
Oh.
I can't carry much of this, unfortunately. I'm kind of at my limit as far as carrying goes, but you can disperse it amongst yourselves.
Gloof?
calls for
I'm
the rest of
also
them.
pretty full.
Yeah, Gloof isn't infinite. He's chunky, but he can't carry that much. I have a whole set of armor in here. Keep in mind.
Why?
From the king of this place. I'm assuming the
Oh,
guy who's in
yeah.
the study. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
whatever's here spread between them. Also, looks like you should probably top up on your mana. You
Yeah,
used a
I'll
bunch
drink
of it.
one of the mana potions.
Belbin, I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check for me.
Okay, and then I want to do something.
Remind me the simple
Wisdom.
mana is just a D4.
Yes, that's true. D4.
15.
As you are kind of rummaging around and seeing like what you can find out, you notice something odd in the corner of your eye, specifically aimed at the direction towards the mirror. So
Ooh.
you have the mirror set up. So I guess we'll take the mirror and we'll just have it set up kind of catty corner looking, straight looking in this direction as you're looking at the table.
Right.
But you turn
You
around and you see
drink?
something in the corner.
It's a full mana.
Wait, in the corner of
your
the
eye.
mirror or the
Of your eye.
corner?
Like
Okay.
because you're kind of like partially turned looking at the stuff that's on the table. You notice something in the
Mhm.
corner. You notice that it wasn't reflecting your reflections, but you see something moving in the mirror.
I try to focus on it. Like maybe I turn my head and look a little bit harder. Do I still see?
You do. You see, so Thordane is here flipping through pages of this, but sitting in a chair right next to him, you see what looks to be an individual hard at work, like almost as if transcribing actively in the moment.
Is the chair right here? Where's the
Yep,
chair?
it's basically set up here. I'll just go ahead and use your guys' token here, right here,
Okay.
transcribing.
And I can see it in the reflection of the mirror, but I can't see it otherwise.
Yep. And it's not like there's like a quill or anything that's actively moving. It's kind of just like a view of this, like something's actively happening.
Belbin will turn to not look in the mirror for right now, but turn towards the chair and say, hello. And look back in the mirror to see if there's any...
There's no response. The individual is hard at work. He's wearing long, kind of almost like purplish green robes that go down to the ground with like a long hood that is there. And you can see sitting upon his brow a large crown.
Ooh. Belbin will go over to the mirror and turn the mirror to face the table. Does he see anything at the table?
Oh, which one?
Or
here?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
oh,
I
the
forget
table,
I'm not...
table here.
Yeah, this table.
Yep, you drag the mirror over in this direction, and you see that the table is completely clear. It is cleaned off. There's nothing that's here.
Belbin will tell everyone else here and say, hey guys, if you look in this mirror, I see a guy transcribing, or at least at that table. The table where there's the mess is completely clean. Belbin will take the mirror, place it right here, and stand right next to him.
Does
And
Yuki recognize
reach
the
out
guy?
to try to like touch him.
You reach out to try to touch, and there's nothing there. Your hand kind of just disappears through him, almost as if like you're a ghost in this space.
Guys, he has a crown too. He
Yuki will
seems
go over.
to...
Hold on. I drank these vials of mana. Does it do anything?
It does.
Wow. Great.
Yuki's gonna look at him in this mirror, through the mirror, and sees if she recognizes him as well as the crown.
Oh, it's difficult to tell because he's facing away from you, but you do recognize the crown itself.
Okay.
You would have
It's the
to
same
basically
crown.
prop the mirror up like in front, like on the table in order to get a look at his face.
Okay. Do you want to help me, Belbin? I'm
Yeah.
curious. All right,
Yeah.
great. Prop it up on the table.
You do so, and Thordane is just like, hey, watch it. I'm working hard here. Don't get these out of order. As he kind of pushes all of his papers to the side as you mount this large, heavy mirror. It's probably close to like 150 pounds, like up onto the table, kind of aiming it downwards. You're able to depict kind of sharp features, slender features of an elven man, and you do recognize this as being the one depicted in the portrait downstairs.
In the portrait, yeah, that's kind of what I was figured. Well, this is clearly the king of Ashalanthil or whatever. Do we know his name off the top of our heads? This is clearly Meliasark. Hard at work. What a weird...
Thordane says, I could have told you that. His name is written up here on all of the pieces of paper. Lord Meliasark.
Oh,
nice.
And he looks
Looks
into the mirror and he actually like jumps in surprise and says, "Jeez!" He kind of like almost drops like the paper, seeing that there's like someone actively right there. He was so engrossed in what he was doing that he didn't see like what you were trying to do.
Well, maybe we should go around the room, Belbin, and see if we can see anything of interest with this mirror.
Before we do that, I want to try to peel back at least both of these rugs and see if there's anything weird underneath them.
Oh, nice idea. Thorough.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and you start lifting and rolling the rugs up. These are like quite nice, ornate, very fine rugs. Underneath the one that is over here, there is nothing. However, there is a piece of parchment that is underneath of the rug, kind of partially sticking out, close to the edge of the table. It seems to be a piece of parchment that had fallen from the stack.
The missing parchment.
Is there anything written on it?
There is, and it is handwritten, and it is written in Elvish. However, that being the case, it looks to be much older than the rest of the papers that are the parchments that are stacked up. Almost as everything is decently newish, but this one actually seems kind of old.
Okay, I'll take it, run it over to Thordane, and say, "Hey, Big Thor, can you read this for me? What does this say?"
And he says, "Careful with that. This thing has seen some age," as he kind of examines it a little bit. It's different handwriting, too, than what is currently being translated. And so he begins to read bits of it, and he says, seems to be... I mean, it's Elvish, but it's almost as if it is some kind of... foreign language. And he says, "Luxalia, could you come look at this with me?"
Yes. Is it Alomnic?
It is. There's parts of it that are Alomnic.
Wow.
And it looks almost as if the Elvish that is here is like the phonetics of it to learn how to pronounce it, meaning it is the entirety of it is written completely in Alomnic.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, Thordane, you phonetically sound it out to me, and then I'll translate.
Okay, and so he begins to read it out, and it's almost kind of like a sing-songy type of sound to it, like deep, deep poetry as he begins to read. This is very clearly some kind of ritual.
This is clearly some sort of ritual.
Belbin, take out the mana crystals. Maybe I'll do something.
They're already on the table.
Oh yeah, that's right.
By translating, can we deduce that this is for recharging mana crystals?
Yes.
Nice.
Hey. Nice.
I think we figured it out. Hey, because this is really old and might disintegrate if we bring it back into the real world, perhaps we should write this down on a new piece of parchment.
Or we
That's a
can
great
write it
idea.
down in the journal that we found before.
Sure. Unless that's about to disintegrate as well.
Nah, that was good. It was like manically protected.
He was
I
manically
think.
protected, yep.
Nice.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yuki's gonna grab a couple of the mysterious vials on the thing.
Belbin
When
will
we-
too.
When we leave,
Are there
when
any
we-
levers? Yeah, Zill would like to know if there's any levers.
Zill
in this.
Zill wanders around, and in order to discover any levers, he's going to go ahead and make a wisdom skill check to see if there's anything.
You got it, Connor.
Okay. Wisdom. Zill. 15.
What a guy.
I know.
As he looks around to see if there is anything, he gets the idea to grab the mirror and use it as like a reflection to see if this basically reveals anything that's hidden, because that's kind of what it seems like. And he kind of moves it around the room a little bit, and he stops it in front of actually this mannequin, where there are these boots and whatnot. And as he does so, he can see that instead of lordly robes that are here, it's the same set of armor that it was down below, down below in the chamber. He takes it and he has the idea to point it out the window. And as he does so, you look into it and you see that there is instead of the sunset blue sky with this like vast kingdom before, you see that there is a sky that is filled with crimson red, almost as if there's a storm in the there's a heavy storm off in the distance.
Creepy.
Like heavy rainfall storm, but the sky is completely red.
Ooh.
Are there any other mirrors in
Nope,
this room?
Just this one.
Dang, I
Or-
wish I were more portable.
Or not the word. Can Zill continue to drag it around the whole room to see
Mhm.
if there's anything else that we might have missed? Like what are in those chests that he was looking at
Yeah.
earlier? And
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of it is similar, same reflections. Okay, so is there any specific place that you want to specifically look at?
I'd say the chests,
Okay.
the bookshelves.
Okay.
See if any of those books, like, are they all? Is it still full?
Are these robes magical?
The ones that are currently on there, not the reflection.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you make a elemental skill check on that. You look into these basically these crates, and you see that a lot of them seem much emptier than they were. So still with similar stuff, but like almost as if like it's been used. It kind of down to like the very last. A lot of the clothing that is in here seems to be dirty and kind of wadded inside. And as you look at the bookcase, you see that many of the books themselves are missing, and the titles of them do seem different. You can't really read what the titles are, but they seem to be replaced, almost as if every single book that has been here has been replaced with some kind of void inscribe that is in here. You additionally take a look over kind of at the cabinets, and you see that now everything is labeled inside of these cabinets.
Oh, nice.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, let's look. Let's look
Yeah,
at the
Wait,
labels.
what
Zill-
were the Voiden books in the mirror?
They were no longer voided.
No, they are void in the mirror. So like
Oh,
outside
they
of the,
are.
yeah, outside of the mirror, there's just a few of them that are done. Almost as if this
Okay.
is kind of like a little bit of a glimpse, a little bit further into the future of what basically is happening. Like the books that are there have been taken and replaced with void-in transcriptions of things.
Interesting.
What are the bottles labeled? Anything interesting?
The vast majority of them are poison labels.
Oh, all right.
Good
Any
thing I
that are
could tell
not.
which one was mana.
Yeah. Any
Well,
of
how
them
do
that
I
aren't.
feel? How's my liver?
You feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Zill was like, I feel some void-in energy coming from Luxalia. How's your liver?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel okay.
Still
Can-
feels okay.
Can Belvin take
I've
some
drank worse.
poison vials?
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. So you could probably get about 3 or 4 of them on the
Okay.
shelves.
Are there any
Some of the
labeled
other
with the
ones are just like
llama?
some like random poisons that you've never even heard of.
Okay.
The llama poison?
The llama poison.
Turns people to lava. Well, it might be useful if you want to grab more of them, Belvin. Just don't poison any of us, please. But anything like that seems like, wow, that's kind of cool, or like ancient or something we've heard of
Mhm.
that like has been like not ancient. What's it called? Extinct or whatever. Yeah,
There-
anything like that.
I mean, they're all written in Elvis, so you'll need
Yeah, Thordain.
Thordain to be able to help. And he kind of
Yeah, yeah.
wanders over and he says, "There's a few of these things that are quite interesting here, but the bottom row looks to be actually decently useful." And as he points down at some of them, and they all look the same. They look like this clear liquid that doesn't look overly special compared to some of the other ones. And he begins to point out to each of them what they all are. It's basically 6 total,
Mhm.
but of 1 vial each of elemental resistance potions.
Oh, Thordain will take them.
We should probably label these so we know
Yes.
exactly which one. They all look identical.
Correct. Also, Thordain, are you done transcribing the ritual?
Yes, I took some time. I did so, and he shows it in Elvish, and he says, "Unfortunately, I haven't really been quite adept at my hand at the Alomnic speech, so I can only say as much as what I have. But if we want to, I don't know if you can transcribe Alomnic. Maybe having the original text that would be useful, like next to it, maybe."
Yes, let's maybe rewrite it in Everspeech.
We could,
But like in Alomnic?
more Everspeech phonetic, not Elvish phonetic.
Yes.
I could try that.
Or wait, is there just Alamnic? Could I just write it in Alamnic?
You could. I do not
mean, I
speak
read
Alamnic,
Alamnic.
so
I do though.
yes. Feel free.
We
And
can
he
do it.
hands
And
you
We
the
can
you
do it
plate.
speak
into
Elvish.
Draken as well. How does that sound?
Nah, that seems like a lot. Let's just do Alamnic. I'll just put it in the original Alamnic, which I can read very well, and then I can do the ritual.
And
As
he-
this is happening, Yuki's gonna go with Zill and see if there are any useful gems that we can create into some useful items later on.
Who has the
down the
orb
road.
right now?
I'm assuming
Yuki
Yuki
does.
still has it.
Yeah. Oh, did she find anything specifically that was being talked about, like the spirit was talking about to her? That seemed like you could jangle in front of someone's face, and you know.
No,
The spirit was
he was
just like-
talking about the candles in this room.
Oh, I thought it was like a lantern or something that he was walking around with. Okay. all right.
Nope, just the
Um,
lights. His lights.
Okay.
Can Belbin take the orb from Yuki and hold it close to our little scribe friend King
Mm.
and see if that can get his attention?
So
Yuki,
yeah, you
can
make
you
it.
give
So
me?
you move the mirror
Yeah,
away
I
from
give it
the
to you,
window
that's
and
fine.
back over towards him.
Yep.
Okay. So you put this, and again, it seems like he's like on repeat, and so he's like writing, and then as soon as he finishes a page before he flips, he just continues from the same page and continues to write. So that's kind of the basic gist of
I
it.
think he's
Um,
trapped. Maybe we should break the mirror and see what happens.
Ooh.
Yuki, you make your way over to this table, and you place the sphere in front, and he pauses his writing, and he looks and he stares at the table for a moment. He concentrates, and then continues to write.
Whoa.
Which
Luke
sorry,
Sully would
which
like to
table was it?
try
It
to-
was this table.
This one here.
Okay.
So where
it
he was
is
where
okay.
he was writing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Luxalia would like to try to decipher where the origin of this strange mana slash I would say magic, but like this strange phenomenon is occurring.
Like the which part? Which strange part? There's a lot of strange things going
the
on here.
fact that like just like the whole room, like
Mhm.
something she thinks something is causing it, either a
Mhm.
specific item or enchantment
Mhm.
or void in something,
Yeah.
art. So she would like to try to like find what the source is, if there's like if it's the mirror or if it's like
Make a
something,
faith
you know?
survival check for me.
Okay. Let me try that again. Wow, I'm not doing well. Nice. Sorry, I was unsuccessfully rolling all those times. Faith.
But you gotta
'Cause
have
gotta
faith,
have
the faith, the faith.
All right, plus 8. Nice, 20.
It absolutely seems like whatever the is going on here, the catalyst for it seems to be this mirror.
Hear me out, everyone. What if we broke the mirror?
And then what?
I don't know, dispel this fantasy? I suppose.
Thordain says, I think that this might be good, but it seems to be what's keeping us safe, and we may lose access to all of this text, if that is the case. Seems like this mirror is what is protecting this area. But that's just what I'm thinking. And that's my scholarliness there. I wish I had all the time in the world to be able to go in here and transcribe
Protecting it from
everything.
What, Thordain?
That is a good question. But there's this wealth of knowledge here that may be lost to time, that if we were to break this, it may truly be lost.
But it's all void in anyway, like...
Through the mirror it is, but in the current state that we're here, there's a bunch of text that... And he, actually, Dane, do you mind rolling
Yeah, I'm back.
a...
I'm back. Yep.
Do you mind rolling a knowledge skill check for me?
For Thordain or Yuki?
For knowledge. For Thordain.
Okay. Knowledge, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 17.
He thinks hard for a moment and he says, "It seems, if it is true what you are saying, Luxalia, and that there is this portal or some kind of magic or mana or something that is coming out of this mirror that is creating this space, it seems to be depicting two different periods in time. From what I can tell, based off of the reflections inside the mirror, it seems to be years later, if not decades later. It's difficult to tell from the age of this elf, but at the same time, he seems to be rapidly transcribing, and he looks in the mirror at like what he is writing, and it is in like Elvish. However, he looks kind of off to the side as he points it over here, and he sees that there are piles of text that have been translated into void speech. So it seems like whatever is happening here, he's taking whatever is there on the shelves. I don't know what he is doing with them, but he's transcribing them into void speech.
So this dude's a bad dude.
So these could be, like, everything that is on those shelves previously could be destroyed in this future that is being shown in the mirror.
I see.
Sorry, how do we know it's the future and not the past?
He looks out the window, and he points the mirror. He's like, "That is a good question. Zill, what did you see out the window?" Essentially what Zill saw was basically a storm was raging outside with darkened red skies. And down, basically, in the city, the vast majority of it had been covered by waters that seemed to be raging, almost as if this is the sea itself being created. Unless they have a good way of draining all of that water, I would assume that.
Yes.
But you know what they say, what happens when you assume things.
Body and soul straight into heaven.
There you go.
Interesting. So, like, this guy obviously had a kind of bad conversion, but, like, can we take any of this with us?
Seems like we can. Yuki calls over as she's sorting through
Have
the
we
gems
tried?
with Zill.
No, we haven't tried going back yet.
Belvin,
out.
did you take anything with you while you went out?
I didn't take anything. Let me grab. What can I grab? I'll just grab something from the
Don't
table.
you already have some of the poisons with you?
I do have some of the poisons, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do it with the poison, so I'll leave the poisons on the table. Grab one of these books that looks like it's on there, and go down the threshold.
As you
Cross the threshold.
attempt to cross the threshold, you're blocked from doing so. You cannot actually physically enter out or leave.
Yuki does the same. She grabs a gem and attempts it. Seeing
She
that
is
with Belvin.
unable to
Hey,
pass through the threshold.
here, have a poison, and I give him a poison.
Like a vial poison, or
Yeah,
makes him
see if
drink
he
the
can go
poison.
through with that. No, see if he can go through with that.
I'll just try to stick my hand across it. I'll have the vial in my hand.
Solid wall.
Well, we might as well use these up while we're here. I see some of us are injured and some of us have
Poisons?
mana that have been. No. Like the other stuff, resistances, all of that fun stuff. Also, there's
Wait,
some
can
health
I go
potions.
through? I'm gonna try to go through. I'm not holding anything, but I drank the mana potions. Do I go through?
As you go through, you are able to pass through. However, on the other side, you feel a pain in your gut.
Ow!
You can
My
go
liver!
liver. You have gained the poison status ailment, leaving this
Ah,
room.
nuts.
It's okay. We'll heal you, Luxalia. Good to know. Well, let's put everything back.
I'll come back. Do I feel better?
You feel better.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna induce vomiting over here, and then I'll get back to
Phil
you
says,
guys.
"I'll help."
Belvin will try keystering the poisons and see if he can walk through.
Okay. Okay. Bellman, you find yourself a nice private corner and you begin to keep these vials of poison.
Good. Hey,
Make a fortitude survival check for me.
Oh
with
no!
my past being what it is, do you think I know a good way to induce vomiting?
Probably.
All right, cool.
Like this.
I do so.
Jab the uvula. Yeah.
Fortitude, you're looking at a 12.
A 12. You do so. It's a little painful, but you're able to get 2 vials up in there.
Oh no!
You sicking me, old man.
You attempt to go through the door, and you are blocked from doing so.
Good luck getting this out.
Wow.
For science.
Nice job.
Zill's like, you need to induce pooping.
All right, which one of these poisons is a laxative?
Okay, Bellwin will do his best to get him out.
Squat and cough, squat and cough. Yeah, you after some time you successfully do so. And Thordane, he actually like looks back and he says, "What about what we've written in this book? We've used
I don't know.
ink and a quill from this area."
Yes.
Try.
This book is magical, though.
Correction, it's a manic.
Good point. Good point,
See,
Thordane.
if this book has crossed the threshold, perhaps everything contained within therefore does as well.
Yes, that is a good theory. I am gonna really quickly. How long is this ritual?
Oh, as far
okay.
like the mana crystal
Yeah.
restoring, the ritual itself is probably like 3 paragraphs long. It's not super
okay.
long, but
She's gonna do her best to commit it to memory.
okay. Actually, I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
Nice.
I'm quickly becoming on Luxalia's bandwagon on let's wreck this mirror and get out of Dodge.
Knowledge, you said?
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. You take some time to be able to read it, and almost as if the words itself begin to flow into you. You begin to kind of embrace them to a degree. You've committed it to memory.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice.
Sweet. We can make mana crystals now. Nice.
No, we can refill mana crystals. The
Nice.
difference. Yes.
It's pretty good though. That's
Yes.
pretty nice.
As you commit it to memory, at least for now, it's in that short-term memory. Thordane says, "So if this were to erase, you would be able to write everything back down. Is that correct?"
I think so. Unless it magically gets removed from my mind.
Ooh, maybe you should stay here and see if we took this book out to see if it still retains its.
Yes.
Thordane does it.
He passes through the threshold, carrying nothing else other than this book and the stuff he came in here with, and he is able to pass through. He opens the book, and the text stays.
Nice. Well, let's make some more notes of anything else.
Yeah, he
that
comes
you
back through. He's like, if
importantly
there's
need."
anything that we need to transcribe it now. We only have a limited amount of time before we're locked down here for forever, so only find the most important things.
And you keep.
Wait, but aren't we outside of time right now?
We don't know.
I don't
We don't
know.
know how time's moving.
I don't know if it's continuing to move on in the same way outside, but I am nervous. By the way, at this point, you all the group of you only have about 12-ish hours left before
Oh.
being locked out.
Well, let's do it. Let's be proficient and leave.
Are we destroying this mirror? What are we doing? What is the plan?
I mean, what's the point of destroying the mirror? If we just leave this room with the mirror here, it's just gonna be like this for forever. It's not like anything bad's happening here.
Except for our friend over there is transcribing.
Well, but that already happened. I think we've already concluded. This is just showing us into the past. What happens if we need to escape Scary Boy? I don't think he can come up here. But if we destroy this mirror, maybe he will come up here. It could be a safe haven for us.
I'm gonna have to lose all
Maybe
my
if Scary
poison.
Boy. Well, like, you know what, Belbin? Too bad, so sad. Pick your battles. Maybe if he comes up here, maybe he turns into an actual mortal, and we're actually able to deal with him properly. Maybe that's good.
Maybe the guy writing is
Maybe.
the guy.
That's a
What's
good
his
point.
name? What's his name?
The
Lord
yeah,
Jimmy
Lord
Crackthorn?
Meliasark.
Lord Meliasark.
All right. Well, anyways, I think we should continue doing what we need to and get out of here. Go do what we need to. We can now do this ritual. We might have to send this thing on a wild goose chase. Well,
What's a
Luxalia
goose?
does stuff. Well, it's like a mallard, but with a longer neck. Speaking of long necks.
Llamas.
Yes.
Should we recharge
Camels.
the crystals here? The
Yeah, we
6
could
or 8 that
try.
we have here?
Yeah. I don't know if we can. Do we need to like put it on an altar? Was there directions
Yeah, I
specific
think
about it?
yes. There were directions.
There were directions. So basically, if you transcribe like the directions of how to do this ritual, they need to be within like a specific vessel in order for it to happen.
Okay.
And so there's a
So,
very
yeah.
specific order in order to put these in order to refill it with mana. And there needs to be an abundance of mana in the area in order to actually do it correctly. There is an abundance of mana here. You definitely feel it. But there is no vessel to be able to put them in.
Maybe you could take the mirror downstairs.
You're
Belvin
not
will
travel
getting
try
with
it
that.
us.
down the stairs, let alone through the magic barrier.
Well, we'll take a look. We'll see. What if we can travel with it? It could give us
What if we
a
break
protection.
the mirror and then all the manic energy goes into the present?
Well, if we
What if
break
it's
it,
lost?
yeah.
That's also true.
Well, let's try to drag it down the stairs first.
Thordain, how you doing over there?
I'm finished,
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Great.
I think.
All right.
Cool.
Well, let's try it.
Okay. Who is moving this mirror?
We're we're each grabbing a corner.
Let's have Zil do it too.
Yeah, everyone.
Also, just so y'all know, at the next kind of best
Yep.
moment, I gotta get going here. It's pretty late.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. You pick up the mirror and you attempt to bring it down the stairs. You bring it close to the threshold, and you are unable to get
Alright.
it through this threshold.
Well, there you go.
Stupid
Well,
mirror.
Shall we go to
What if we
distraction mission?
Are we
as
breaking?
well
Are we
as-
breaking this mirror or are we not? What is happening?
leave
I
it
will
for
pray
now?
about it, Alamia. What will be best in thy will, to break this mirror or not? That is the question. Whether it is nobler to let the past be the past, or to release it and let it be the present. I don't know.
Make a piety skill check.
I like it. I like it.
Piety. Good thing I'm pious. 11.
It's a difficult situation. Your immediate thoughts are to keep it, primarily because being in this space that you currently are in, you do not feel the presence of the prime void crystal that is outside. That's
Yes.
one thing that upon going back through this barrier, you will feel the presence of that prime void crystal just being within the area. However, that being the case, there is also very much kind of like a tug on your heart that says that like this shouldn't be here.
Yes.
As far as what's more overpowering, this mirror probably shouldn't be here.
Can we go down and try to get the void crystal, or not the void crystals, the normal crystals recharged, then come back up here and
Yeah,
do what we need to?
we can mull it over, but I think we should put it to a vote. And I'm in favor of breaking the mirror, come what may.
Zil pulls up his axe. He says, "I can do it."
Yeah.
Yeah, and Yuki says, I'm not averse to it, but like it just seems like a nice safe haven for us just in case we do get into trouble, but I understand your reasoning.
Yes.
I like destroying it after we try to recharge the crystals
Okay.
and see how
Yeah.
many friends we have downstairs.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yes. Mm.
Onward.
Yep.
And as the group of you begin to descend back through one by one down this stairwell, you notice that it's gotten completely dark down below.
Gosh.
Ah,
You listen.
shoot.
And you are no longer poisoned, Luxalia.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Nice.
But you make your way down through into kind of the spiral stair that is down below, and you stop and you listen, and you do hear a rattling voice, cold, and you do hear dragging. It is off. So basically, the bottom of the stairs here, you can see around the corner and straight up the corridor. You don't see anything, but the rattling seems to be coming from the backside, from around this this pillar.
Should we get its attention? Should we get its attention and then run back upstairs?
What if it just sits and waits for us?
Yeah.
Then we'd have to fight it anyway, right?
I guess. I still think our best course of action is perchance some of us distract it while Luxalia performs the ritual downstairs.
I'm just gonna take the things and start walking toward the ritual area.
All right. Well, Belbin, let's do this, I guess. We try to we go into the thing and light some torches. At least Yuki starts lighting some of the
Zill,
chandeliers.
come with me.
And there is
And Thordane, because I might need your translation skills.
Luxalia,
Yep.
Thordane, and Zill.
Wait,
I'm gonna have the three of you.
So
make
the
stealth
three of you
checks.
guys are going?
Or we can leave
Yeah.
Zill with you, but I need at least Thordane.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bring
I
let's
just
Thordane.
go
like
with
having
the-
a bodyguard.
I'm gonna have both Thordane and Luxalia make stealth skill checks for me.
Nice.
It's a good
Believe
thing
them.
Zill's not going.
Yeah, right, seriously.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
We just be the ultimate
He
distraction.
is a -2.
Oh my god.
Stealth.
Oh, Thordane, sorry.
Yes.
Thordane too, Bill.
2.
2?
Well, Thordane is gonna carry you because he got a 20.
Oh, yeah.
He's just gonna pick her
Wow.
up.
You begin to move your way down the hall, and as the two of you attempt to escape, you hear, "There you are!" And Yuki, Zill, and Belbin jump out in order to cut off the
If I
escape.
can, I grab my flame staff and I just shoot in that direction that I hear the voice.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, you can. You expend 1 mana as you just fire this flame, and you see it echo, basically blazing towards the back, and it seems to impact something as the three of you jump out. I'm gonna have both Zill, Belbin, and Yuki roll for initiative, and that is where we're gonna end our session for today.
Oh
Oh,
my
snap.
gosh.
So
Do
cool.
you want
Before,
our initiative right now or next time?
yes, now would be awesome, so I don't forget.
You want me to roll for
Okay.
damage?
Yes, roll for damage,
Or to
please.
hit? Remind me, so under hit it says 5. What does that mean?
That's what you add to it. That's what
Oh,
you
I just add
modify.
5 to my roll?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's because I'm proficient with the thing and it's common, so...
That is correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
So basically,
it
for
were
the way that
Better
stat
than common.
the way that staves, or like the way that proficiency works, is your hit is always in accordance with your current proficiency. So even if you're using like an ash staff, the hit is going to be for like a rare proficiency, so it's still a +2. You just don't get the damage buff from it, if that makes sense. So like let's say like for example, Yuki can use Refinium broadsword, so she gets a +3 to her hit with that, even with a common like iron broadsword. She gets +3, but she doesn't get the +3 damage boost to it. So she's always proficient with it
I see. In terms of hitting.
in terms of hitting.
So I have a question. So I have C proficiency,
Mhm.
which that means I can wield rare. So it says +2, but then under hit it says 5. Where are the other 3 coming from? My elementals?
Probably
Score?
elemental score.
Okay.
Yeah, is that
That
a
would
3?
be a 3, so
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. Come on, roll better, you stupid dice. Well, I probably miss. 9.
9. Okay. That does hit.
Wow!
It's the RV Cole. Gotta remember, not his
Yeah,
DV.
it's nice.
And roll for damage.
All right.
And remember,
it's
you know
one-handed.
that it's flame damage, so it's doubled. So
Ooh. Okay. It's one-handed, so 1d10 plus 5?
Oh,
Right? Wait. How does that work?
it's just whatever the common is, and so it's your elemental score.
Yes.
Is your damage,
Modi-
and then it modifier. It's what is it? An ash staff, so it's just plus
Yeah.
4 because of you don't have any plus extras because it's just ash, which is common.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's common. So it's just my elemental score.
Correct.
Okay. Nice. I rolled a 9, and then my elemental score is a 3, so 12.
24.
24 damage.
Way to go.
As you just hear and it just blazes up. Yeah, he is not super duper happy about that. But yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end it
Nice.
for
And
today.
then how much experience do I get for that? I forget.
I believe on a hit, that's what? Plus 2? I think it's 2. 1 on a miss, 2 on a hit.
Nice.
Cool. Cole, your thoughts on today's session as we
Yeah.
go into the end before you do have to jump off here.
Yeah, no, it was good. I feel bad because I often have to leave early, so I feel like there's large chunks of this dungeon missing from my brain. So it was exciting, learning about all of it for the first time. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Yeah, this room was an enigma that confused me, and yeah, I liked it. Tickled my brain in a weird way. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked the poisoning. I liked the allusions to my mysterious past.
The damage
And
delivered.
yeah, at some point, if we ever do go to Glyven country, I'm so excited to see what happens. Also, I don't know how much I've actually told you about my backstory.
I know all of it, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Our
Maybe at
session
some
zero,
point.
our session 0, more than 65
Yeah.
sessions ago, we went over
I
it.
know.
So I remember.
I know, but like, I don't know. I can't remember if I've like added stuff since.
Yeah, we'll chat
maybe
about
we
it when the
should
time
meet.
comes.
We'll chat.
Yeah, we'll chat
yeah.
about it for sure.
So anyway, it was fun.
Sweet. Appreciate you for being here. You sleep well and
Thanks,
have
Cole.
a good one. And
you guys.
yeah, we'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye, Cole.
Dane, your thoughts? I'm gonna go quickly use the restroom, but I can hear everything that you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I think we were very, very efficient at the beginning of this dungeon. I think we did a good job testing all of the different theories, what to do with this. Belbin, Connor, that was a really good suggestion going to the dragon head and putting in there, because I wouldn't have thought about doing that at all. I was honestly thinking like putting it in the sconce that was up top here, that was just empty, and then as well as putting it in this bowl, even though Yuki hadn't seen it. The bowl that was over here that she initially put it in that made the purple flame go up, but she would have never thought to put it in any of the dragon heads. So yeah, I think we tested a lot of different theories and we were very productive about what we tested. And yeah, I feel like we did a lot this session, honestly. This guy's scary. I wonder how it's gonna go going through next session, but I'm excited for it. And yeah, hopefully we can buy enough time for Luxalia and Thordane to do what needs to be done and get out of here. But yeah, I liked the session. It was fun. Lots of puzzle solving. I liked the room. It was a little disappointing we couldn't bring anything out of that Enigma space, but oh well.
I do.
Oh, well, we
I
got
do
the
have to
important stuff.
agree with the Connor. You thinking about the putting it in the dragon's head? So I was really trying to allude to the fact that like this specific head is acting different than the other dragon heads. Specifically on like the way that its eyes and stuff are moving, and so good. I made enough of an impact to give you hints to like maybe do something with it. So
Yeah.
that makes me happy. So yeah,
Yep.
good work.
Yep, and those are my thoughts. So,
Connor, your thoughts? Or sorry,
Yeah.
gifted McClintock.
McClintock, yeah. I thought it was good. I mean, me and Belvin, the whole time we've been in here, I've not been about it, and he hasn't been about it either. Like, this is the most skittish he's been. But yeah, I also feel like a lot of these dungeons, Belvin has suggestions, and they do not hit the mark. And it felt like there were a few times tonight where it was like, okay, Belvin might be
Yeah.
cooking tonight.
he was cooking with the mirror and the freaking orb. It was great.
I also feel like going upstairs. The thing that kept going in my mind was that the only thing that we really got out of that room was the enchantment, the like crystal reenchantment, and I just have a feeling that there's something else up there that we're missing, and I don't know what it is. But yeah, now I'm not really looking forward to fighting this thing. So I mean, we don't even know if it's the right direction sending Luxalia and Thoradane out to like the altar to try to recharge these crystals and probably plug them back in, and who knows what they'll encounter along their way too. So I don't know. The whole thing, there's just so much mystery. I still have a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. Is kind of how I'm leaving the session.
Great. Lots of questions, no answers. That's good. We're keeping everyone in suspense for what's going to be happening for the next couple of sessions here. I will say though, like you guys went from, I would say maybe at the beginning of last session to being like, ooh, let's see how much they're able to get through this dungeon. As far as like the time frame goes and like how long it's going to actually physically take you to get through this dungeon, to being like you're at a point where like now you're actually have this key, because again, as I had mentioned, you guys had avoided a pretty intense encounter down in that basement by being able to convince it to just give you the orb without having an actual fight, whether or not like the fight or itself was difficult or not. You actually have to get the orb, so that's like a fight that you have to complete if you're unable to get the orb. And so whether it was the battlefield or anything, so you guys skipped like a big like difficulty hurdle of this dungeon, but there's also that added difficulty hurdle of like this guy that just like doesn't die. And yeah, he's here. So I'm very curious to see what's going to, like you said, end up happening and how you guys are dealing with things, and the splitting up, kind of waiting for them to go do your stuff while you basically just try to keep them at bay, this guy at bay for as long as possible. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, yeah, Belvin can like hardly ever do damage to this thing.
That's
So-
true. There's that too.
Like,
all the
Zill
physical
can't do
damage.
anything. Zill literally can't do anything to it.
He can
so
take
we're
hits.
literally
Yeah.
gonna be-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see if we get transported back to the same prisons or where we go this
Yeah,
time.
where we go.
What misery we take.
You go down into the basement. Yeah.
Sorry, guy.
Yeah.
What are you doing back here?
Well,
You
tell
said
your
you'd
minions
leave.
stop- We're trying, but there's a dude keep teleporting us down here.
Then
Tell
you
him to
will
chill.
die here. Ah.
Oh god.
That'd be such an insane twist.
Oh my god.
We have to fight the thing because
You said you
This-
would leave, but you did it. You're
Yeah.
back. Oh. No, but yeah, no, I'm very curious to see like what you guys do with it, and especially like each session has been, I think, in this dungeon has been good for some level as far as like different aspects or elements of the dungeon, whether it's finding loot, whether it's doing combat, or figuring out puzzles, learning about history. Like I think every session has kind of had a little bit of its own focus.
I'll be right
But
back,
it's interesting too to see like how you guys are experiencing the spaces and whatnot, because as like when I'm writing these, I never know exactly like what you guys are going to think about, and it's also kind of good play testing for me to like I'm not giving you enough clues if you guys are really struggling for some things or whatnot. And so like it makes me happy to know that for the most part you guys are going through kind of like the logical steps without me giving too many answers of kind of guiding you in the right direction, and you guys are figuring things out. So yeah, it makes me happy, and it makes my job a lot more fun when the dungeon is actually functioning how I want it to function. So, and good, I'm happy that Belbin's not liking it in here. That's how it should be. This should not
Yeah.
be a fun place to be.
it's yeah, there's so many different things. I just don't know what to expect. And especially when there's a thing that you can hardly do damage to that is trying to kill you. You got a time limit on it. There's just so many different aspects to this place.
I think that's one thing that is the difference between like a low level encounter, like a low level dungeon, and a high level dungeon. You have to be able to have stakes in it, whether or not you're feeling rushed by time, or there's a specific enemy that is like lurking that is actually causes fear in the players and whatnot. Like for example, not being able to do damage to it, or someone that doesn't die, or something like that, or just like figuring out like. It's not like a linear dungeon where it's like, I need to do this in order to escape. You may be able to find out what those things are that you need to be able to escape, but still finding out, like, I don't know exactly how we're going to accomplish this. And so, like, the puzzles and stuff, without there being physical, like, puzzle rooms and things like that, I think is a good way to kind of change some dungeons up. But as far as the ultimate just general feel of a dungeon, I genuinely think that, like, with the high level that you guys are at, you have to throw all kinds of stuff, because you can't just throw like a couple of encounters and make it easy. Because I think back to when you guys were making your way over to Port Grandium, and you guys were like in that tower, and like the Grievous, the harpy guy, came and like attacked you like on the tower, and like Mikhail was at the top, and you guys had to essentially like defend like the lookout. Back then I was able to just like throw a difficult encounter at you, and that would prove itself to be kind of difficult, where I can't really throw difficult encounters at you guys as much anymore without just completely breaking the game. And so it makes me happy just being able to like create something that you guys are actually, it's causing somewhat of a challenge at the level that you're at. So outside of like end boss encounters, because if I'm putting an end boss in like this dungeon, unless I have like different kinds of stat blocks for like all the monsters, which that's a lot of work. I could do it, but that's a lot of work. Yeah, it's good. It's exciting, and it's fun to see how you guys are doing it. And like, just as much as you guys are exploring this for the first time, like as like a Fate Weaver, I'm exploring it for the first time too, or running it for the first time. And so every decision, every skill check, every survival check that you guys make determines kind of the events of what happens. So I'm kind of curious too. Like, I don't know everything that's going to happen. I know the potential things that could happen, unlike you, but I don't know what's going to happen a lot of the time.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought that we probably should have mentioned was Yuki had a good memory to even find when we were searching, we heard the stone move, and we were like, what the heck could that have been? Yeah, so that was a pretty good call too. But
I was from last section. I was like, oh, what's the stone thing? And
well, that's the thing.
Looking at the map.
For sure, that's the thing from last. I guess having a session every 2 weeks, that's kind of what you miss a little bit. It's like, in game, it's like things had just happened, but it's been 2 weeks in reality for everybody here. And I remember spending kind of a decent amount of time like making sure it's like, no, this isn't just a typical wall, like this is like blocked off. I remember saying that specifically, but then like you guys quickly moved on, because obviously that's a dead end, and then like trying to figure out like what to do. So yeah, Dane, that very much props on the good memory there. I was really trying to as far as like the little ghost kid that was like in here, tell like kind of allude to something without giving you the answer.
Well,
hey, remember this?
The hint of going up was the big one, because I'm like, where? I was looking at the map. I'm like, where do we go up? I'm like, oh wait, in the library. Like, there's a third floor access from there. So. Yep.
And part of the reason this dungeon is designed the way it is, where you come in from the top of this tower, is so you know that there is other top on the other end, and so figuring out to get to that is kind of the big thing there. And so, but I'm happy that you guys are also exploring this in like a decently good order, because I think it would have been confusing if you had stumbled upon this without coming across the book before. You guys would have been at a loss to like be like, what do we do? I guess Luxali again could have committed to memory certain things, but having like that book that's like protected by the mana, where you can like keep whatever's written in there like through that threshold, that was like really important to be able to have. And so but if you didn't have that book, it's just kind of like, oh, this is great information, but we can't take anything from this room, so what's the point? So You guys are doing things in like a decent order as well, as far as discovery goes. So, and also, now that you think about it, like the key ring was also in this room. So being able to unlock most of the doors, especially get down into the cellar, you needed to visit here anyway to begin with before going down to the cellar. So yeah, it's good. It's fun designing dungeons, but it's even more fun watching you guys play through them.
Pretty good.
Dane, do you have any thing to add before we do head off for the night? I know it's a little bit earlier than usual, but it's okay. You guys enjoy yourselves an early night.
Yeah, the typical stuff. So again, this is a huge week coming up onto Monday. Those of you who are unaware who just joined us, we actually do have the game of Everlast. Yes, it is a tabletop RPG, but it is actually sellable as a trading card game. So our first 2 sets did come out in the spring, Heroes of the West and the a Raising of Helix, and actually on Monday our next Kickstarter for the 3rd set, Veil of Twilight, comes out. And that, again, we were talking just about like fighting Grievous and Burbledow down in like the southern part of the Great Peninsula. That's what this set is based off of. And Kyle, do you want to talk a little bit about that? We don't need to go into quite as much detail as we did last time or at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, that's Monday, guys. The Kickstarter goes live then. So
yep.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So we have our next expansion coming out, the Veil of Twilight. It's 274 cards total in the set, which includes cards of many rarities, common all the way up to ultra rares, and there's even secret signed cards from our artist Kero-chan, who spend a lot of time getting these arts together. And so there's even like kind of like secret rares that you could potentially get as well in there. There's even new mechanics for those who have played the game and are familiar. We are introducing things like paired cards, token creatures, things like that, to be able to add more potential gameplay experiences to the game. And now we're kind of moving on from like primarily like humans and orcs in the first like couple of sets, and we're really focusing more on like the Kingdom of Grandium, but we're introducing Draken. So Black Draken are going to be in there as well. There's going to be undead, so those who like to play evil, like there's bunch of undead that are coming. There's some dark elves, there's some Urshia, so basically the earthen fairies that are in Everlast. Think of dwarves basically, so there are those as well that are going to be here, along with elves. So we have elves and Hiroxen and everything, so it's no longer like primarily a human focus set, and we were having a bunch of other like keyword creatures that are going to be out there as well, including a ton of new very useful items, arts and things to be able to add to your arsenal if you're deck building. And so whether you already have cards from the first couple of sets, these sets are supposed to build upon that, give you more strategy and just more variety to be able to build something that you want. And also, in addition to it, we have our Knight of Martyrs set that's also coming out, which is a kind of a seasonal set, and there's some really good like items and arts in there too, including really cool creatures. So it's primarily focused on evil creatures, but Eclaas Eeas is in there in kind of their creature forms, but they are neutral creatures, and so you'll have the potential to be able to use Eclaas Eeas in your evil decks if you do have evil decks as well, which is cool. I know like one thing that you could do, for example, is you have like the Gorgonath's Hunters EX battle deck that came out last set. If you wanted to use, for example, Connor, if you wanted to use Belbin in that deck, you could, because he's a flame creature, because that's a frost and flame deck. So you could use literally like Belbin in like a Gorgonath's Hunters deck if you wanted kind of some synergy or things like that. I know specifically we are also going to be releasing a bunch of like new promos specifically related to the Kickstarter, and the main ones are going to be the EX versions of the original Eclaas Eeas cards from the first 2 sets. And so if you've already collected your Eclaas Eeas creatures, including Jensen, they all get their EX promo in this upcoming set to be able to further improve them, which will help with adventure decks. I know the adventure Emmerich deck is going to be seeing a lot of play too. It's very strong and very good as well. And so being able to have other EXs as far as adventurers to be able to kind of pad that deck for like adventurer captains is a good thing. So
Well, and if you are still looking for example, you want to get the rare versions of the Eclaas Eeas, they are box toppers for Heroes of the West. If you do, we do have those on our eBay store. And also, if you live in Colorado at Inconceivable Toys and Games, they do still sell those. So if you still want to get Eclaas Eeas cards and you missed the Kickstarter from the first Kickstarter back in the spring, you can still get those cards through the first edition booster boxes from the first couple. But aside from that, again, that comes out Monday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right? Is that correct?
Yep.
6 p.m. So that's when the Kickstarter will go live. I did post the link to the Kickstarter. So this is the pre-launch page. Feel free to save that pre-launch page. Again, if we can get it funded as quick as possible, that'll help Kickstarter basically say, hey, this is a project that's getting a lot of love, and it'll put it on like the projects we love section, or at the very least, it'll get promoted to the very top of the Kickstarter, meaning we'll get a lot more organic growth from that too, especially if we're looking to expand the actual card game outside of just Colorado right now. That's what we desire. So if you do want to help fund, within the first day or two would be very, very helpful. So just go save that page, and if you click the link and then you save the project, as soon as it goes live, you will be notified via email that the project is live. Look through the tiers. There's a lot of really good tiers. I think this Kickstarter is really nice because we actually have a low tier for $20. Is it 20?
15.
Is 20? 15. And basically you get 4 packs, which is really cool. So if you just want to even just dabble, be like, hey, I'm curious about this, I want to see what it looks like, you'll be able to get 4 Veil of Twilight packs and open them up and see what you get from there. And then all the way up to, I think our biggest tier for a non-merchant is $600, but you get a bunch of booster boxes, all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool. So feel free to check it out. And also on Tuesday, the next day, the 28th at 5:30 p.m. in Castle Rock, Colorado at Inconceivable Toys and Games, we will be having our October Everlast Trading Card Game League. So if you live in Colorado and you're free that night, again, starting at 5:30 p.m. at Mountain Standard Time, come join us. We're going to be playing some Everlast TCG. If you don't know how to play, that's totally fine. We can teach you how to play. And even if you just want to stop by, meet us, well, at least myself, and yeah, chat a little bit. Even if you don't necessarily want to play, come hang out with us for a bit.
And you don't even need cards either. We have cards provided to be able to play. We have some of the EX battle decks from the first set, so you can try different kind of strategies that you have, and also a couple of some pre-made decks or not pre-made, but already made decks for that. And again, if you do donate to the at least the 50, basically it's like the $50 tier and up. All of them come with the EX Battle Deck double pack. And so if you do that, you'll be able to have 2 decks for you and a friend to be able to learn to play the game as well with all the resources that we have online.
Yep. And so, like, it's a pretty good deal. And again, we believe in this game, and it's been getting a lot of hype, especially over this last week. Basically, tons of people have been coming to the Kickstarter page, saving the project. And so we're expecting this to be a much bigger release than our first 2 sets, which is great. So aside from that, I can't think of anything else. Kyle, did you have anything else you want to say before we moved in?
Anything else? Monday, we're just going to, at least Sunday, your guys' time, Monday, my time, we're continuing with Expedition 33, Clair Obscure. We're in Chapter 3, and we're making our way towards completing the game, but beating all of the big baddies, the side content and everything. So join me for that on Monday. That should be really awesome. And then it's going to be just kind of a normal week as far as streaming goes. Just the big thing is the Kickstarter. So we'll be spending a lot of time with that. And if you do want any information outside of just what you hear on streams, go check out our social medias, particularly the Fantasy Forge TCG and on Instagram, and also the Everlast specific one on Instagram. We're posting every day, which includes things like card spotlights, not just ads, but card spotlights, talking about all of the cards in the new sets. So that's something that kind of daily you can get a couple of posts. We're posting at least 2 times every day, at least on the Everlast page, just showing off all of kind of the new stuff, and that'll be the case basically from now all the way as far into the future. So I've been working really hard on a lot of kind of the promotion social media stuff for lots of content for you guys to be able to see, so you're not just in the dark until the next Kickstarter does eventually launch. So there's lots of excitement coming in the future, but especially now, just stay with us. It's going to be a great time.
Cool. Yeah, as far as that, I can't think of anything else really aside from Fragrances of the Realm and Candles of the Realm. If you do want to help us fund our artwork, because again, our amazing artist doesn't come free, and our Keto-chan's been working really, really hard for us. So you can get with our partnership with the Roastify Coffee. We have 8 different blends, from dark roast to medium roast to light roast, as well as a decaf blend. I personally really like the Helix blend and the High Tower blend, which are really, really good. And yet the coffee's really good, so I highly recommend it. You can get it whole bean or ground as well, which is kind of nice. And it also has exclusive Everlast artwork on it, so that's cool. And then Fragrances of the Realm as well. If coffee's not your speed, you can get some delicious smelling candles, especially now that the holidays is coming upon us. The Woodland Realm, I know, is a really good scent. It smells like Christmas trees.
It does.
So
It's great.
consider funding those, because all proceeds go to helping us pay for the art of Everlast. And then we have Daisaki, our amazing sponsor. They're a Japanese sweets and luxury treats company based in Tokyo, Japan. They're a small family business, and they offer a wide variety of snacks. And it's kind of like a mystery box, so when you buy it, it's going to be all kinds of things from like the local grocery stores, convenience stores they can get that are popular during that specific time in Japan. So even if you get a like an omakase box during the summertime, if you get one in the fall time, it's going to be completely different, because in Japan seasonally things change quite a bit. So yeah, it's pretty good. It makes a really good gift now that the holidays are coming, and it's free international shipping, and so that's amazing. So consider checking out Daisaki. If you do decide to purchase from them, make sure upon checkout there's a little box where you can like type a memo. Make sure to mention that Fantasy Forge sent you, or I came from Fantasy Forge, or just mention something about our channel here on Twitch, and that basically that referral gets to us, and then we get the proceeds, I guess, from that sponsorship. And then also make sure to put your Twitch username there as well, because when we hit the referral limit, or referral goal, we'll be able to give away a free omakase box on the channel as well, and you can get some extra raffle tickets for that if you do actually purchase one. So it's pretty good. We've given 2 of them away so far on the channel, and everyone's loved it so far. So yep, that's it as far as on my end goes.
Thank you so much, everybody. You all have an amazing one. May Alomnia guide you. Know that I'm praying for you. Pray for me. Pray for each other. And I will see you on Monday for some Clair Obscura Expedition 33. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.